What's going on, people? I'm your host, Double R, and you're now tuned in to Retro Rob Television. What's going on? What's going on? I gotta make sure y'all hear me first, man. I'm your boy, Double R, and you're now tuned in to Retro Rob Television. Salute to my new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. And salute to my original subscribers for always holding your boy down. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm gonna wait for some of my people to come on up in here before we get started. Let me know y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Judah Ben Israel, salute. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, brother? Just let me know if you can hear me. And we're going to get started. Loud and clear. All right. Vince Lil John in the building. Yeah. Loud as. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Stuff Williams in the building. Yeah. We going to have him up in here today, man. We got to get to these bars, man. We got to start breaking down these bars. You know, so let's get it, man. So, by the way, I just checked out. Yeah, let's cook. Yeah, so by the way, I just checked out Jag's interview with Hip Hop Is Real. Man, I'm so proud of Jag, man. I'm so proud of Jag. You know, and we don't even know Jag is changing the course of battle rap right before our eyes, man. And I'm just glad to be a part of it. You feel me? And the thing is with Jag and Cassidy, and I like how Jag answered that question. You know, I like how he answered all his questions about Cassidy, man. Because at the end of the day, they are brothers. At the end of the day, there probably would be no Chubby Jag without Cassidy. You know, let's make that clear. And when I first started the whole Cassidy run, well, it was a part of the whole Cassidy run. It was all about putting respect back on Cassidy's name, because there was a lot of people that act like they may have forgotten that Cassidy was once that guy. But Cassidy himself is forgetting what the hunger, what the love is all about. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that he still loves to rap. There's no doubt in my mind that he loves what comes with that. But sometimes, and you can even ask 50 Cent. 50 Cent, I remember, did an interview, right? And I remember him saying that he constantly was chasing after Get Rich or Die Trying. He was constantly chasing after The Massacre, which was both of his biggest albums, especially Get Rich, which was his biggest album and probably one of the greatest albums of our generation. And 50 Cent said he constantly was chasing after that sound, that feel. But the only difference is that you're not the same 50. You're not the Get Rich 50. I think y'all can kind of get where I'm going with this, with Cassidy. You know, you're not the same Cassidy. I remember listening to Cassidy, right? I was getting myself together, and I was listening to Get Retarded. I was listening to a lot of Cassidy freestyles, and this was when Cassidy was probably not when he did Get Retarded, but Cassidy was like that. Like when he said he was futuristic with futuristic bars. Cassidy was like that when he was about, 15, 16, 17. That Cassidy would probably beat a lot of today's battle rappers. You know, and it just shows you where he is now opposed to where he was, where he used to be. And the reason why I wanted to start this video off with that is because I want to make this perfectly clear. Nobody is here to hate on Cassidy. He's not the same mixtape spitting Cassidy. Facts. And I'm glad you brought that up, Vince Littlejohn, because that's one of the reasons why I like Cassidy. I like Cassidy's mixtapes. I like Cassidy's rap freestyles. I like his dolo solo freestyles. You know, Cassidy would go bananas. He would go bananas. I even like some of the stuff he make now. You know, not now, but, you know, when he did the Cosmic Hair freestyle, when he did the freestyle with Swiss Beats on New Year's, the surprise joint. You know, when he said my persona like a sauna got niggas steaming. Like Cassidy was going off. He was going off. But one thing I can't understand is how all of that stuff can't translate into the battle rap ring. Cassidy even gives A1, to me, the best promotion in the history of battle rap, in my personal opinion. The best promo game in the history of battle rap. But I believe Cassidy is battling with himself, and it seems like him and Jag have some type of beef towards one another. No, it's just Cassidy battling with himself off of the fact that he's not getting the same love, the same attention. You got to realize Cassidy came into the music industry. He did the battle rap with Freeway. It's not really a battle rap to me, but he did the thing with Freeway. And he came into the music industry at a very, very young age. What tells you Cassidy is used to dudes being yes men. Cassidy is used to dudes bowing down, kissing his ring, kissing his feet. He's used to that. Cassidy is used to dudes saying, ooh, used to crowds saying, ooh, oh, ooh, everything he say. Cassidy is not used to this attention that he's getting right now. He's not used to this kind of energy, as he would call it. He's not used to people, you know, booing him. He ain't used to people saying that's trash. Because, believe it or not, I'm going to tell you this by experience. If Cassidy used to listen to my videos, I know Cassidy listened to other people's videos. He definitely is looking in the comment section. Because I said it first, Cassidy is a narcissist. He is. He's a narcissist. So what does narcissists do? They want to look, anything involving them, they want to know about it. If you put Cassidy's probably going to watch this video. Anything with Cassidy's name in the title, he's going to want to see about it. He's going to want to hear about it. To me, the bars are there in this freestyle. Question is, can he chop it up into a battle mode? Oh, you're trying to say if he can chop it up in the battle mode. Okay, if he can chop it up in the battle mode, if he can do that, then he has a legitimate shot in crushing these dudes. See, we could say if, ands, buts. We could say all of that. But at the end of the day, if don't get the job done, brother. Real talk. And you know this better than me, Vince Littlejohn. If doesn't pay the bills. Well, if might pay the Cassidy's bills because Cassidy pretty much is getting paid off of his name that he pretty much created from the past. And that's what Cassidy gonna have to understand. You have to reinvent yourself. Kafani Coleman, salute in the building. Smitty Benzo, salute. Salute to you, fam. Salute to all my people that's up in here. Let me see who up in here, man. Judah Ben Israel, my brother. Stuff Williams, we up in here, y'all. Right. Cassidy has to get his Jay-Z on, man. His Kanye on. It comes a time where, especially if you've been around forever. Like, look at Arsenal. He's been around forever. You don't think Arsenal had to reinvent himself? Arsenal probably knew he was going to do that to Cassidy before we knew that. Because Arsenal knew you have to reinvent yourself. As we just seen with Jag. Jag have to reinvent himself. I just read the comment section and was reading the comments about Jag. And they said, you know, they love how Jag is starting to reinvent his legacy. Because a lot of people do remember Jag when he was around. A lot of people do remember Cassidy when Cassidy was out here. A lot of people do remember Jay Mills. I remember when Jay Mills destroyed Murder Mook. And they try to sweep that under the rug. Try to say Murder Mook won. How? How? You feel me? Like, look at Reed. Look at Reed. Now Reed getting the swing of it. Now he getting the big names. Reed in the he entrenched in the culture now. Look at Ness. Look at him. It's not hard. And at that time, Cassidy was better than those guys. He should start off his next battle. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Cass. Then kill it. Yeah, shit. He started his battle off with that. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Cass. They gonna boo his ass again. He gonna lose. That's the wrong approach. Nah. I think Cassidy should add to go back to punching. See, a lot of people that don't know, and this is why I like B Magic so much. I like B Magic a lot. Yeah. He do that shit. He gonna get his ass destroyed, man. Come on, stuff. No, don't set my man up, man. We trying to help him. We ain't trying to set him up. Cassidy has to stop being stubborn and realize those 2,000 bars won't work in today's time. Yeah, and that 2003 talk. That shit ain't gonna work. We gotta call people. Let me see. Hello.
Yo.
Who in the building? It's your boy Double R. Who in the building?
Yo, it's your boy T.
Who?
T-White.
What's up with you?
What's up with you, man?
What's your take on it, brother?
Hey, man.
Talk to him. Let the people know who you is again.
My take on
Let the people know who you is again. He'll call back in. Call back in. Whoever that was, call back in. Anybody else, feel free to call. People. The lines is open. But yeah. Let's go ahead and get to this freestyle, man. Because I don't want to make it seem like people is hating on Cass. I got started in this thing. Y'all could go back. A lot of y'all was here. I'm talking to the people that's going to be listening that wasn't around. The new subscribers. Y'all know. I started off like I don't want people to make it seem like it's no fake shit. Brother, call it back in. Yeah. We good, brother.
Yo, my bad. I lost connection, man. Hey, my name is Jeremy with a G. They call me G. I'm from Ohio. My take on this shit, though, man, I think people pushing too much into it, man. I think Jag and Cass is cool, man.
Talk to us.
I think Jag and Cass is cool, man. They've been rocking with each other for a minute. Cass just dropped on his Twitter, a little snippet of the battle that they just had. You know what I mean? That's showing love right there. That just shows that he tuned in. I'm not sure why they're not talking or whatever, but I guarantee you, man, they cool. They brothers, man.
Yeah. It was a lot of little shit that happened behind the scenes that y'all don't know nothing about, and some of it leaked out. But I wanted to respect the Jag and Cassidy. I want to keep that behind the scenes. But I kind of know why. From what I heard behind the scenes, I kind of know why it's kind of the way it is right now. But as you heard,
you can't blame Cass for being a little of course, he should probably still show love to his boy. You know what I mean? Because Jag has been holding Cassidy down from way from the beginning, and I think that Cassidy just wanted so bad. You know what I mean? He's always on his cocky shit, like I'm that nigga, can't nobody fuck with me. And then he got somebody that's rolling with him, Jag, just come out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Jag been doing it for a minute though. Jag been getting busy for a minute. It's just his time now because he put in that work. This nigga's been grinding forever.
Most definitely.
And Cass just not. I don't think Cass is ready to hand that baton over. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you this.
Like he gotta have it.
I'm gonna tell you this. Cassidy is Brett Favre and Jag is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Cassidy was once that dude, and he was lighting the league up, and he's a Hall of Famer. Cassidy is a legit Hall of Famer in rap, in hip hop and in battle rap. Cassidy is a legit Hall of Famer. But the thing is, Jag, let's be honest, and this is the same way I feel about Saha the Prince with Kanye. Saha is the dopest nigga. Over Big Sean, over Pusha T, all of them. Saha is the dopest nigga. Was the dopest nigga on Good Music. He not on with Good Music anymore or Def Jam anymore. But that's how I feel about Jag. Jag has been in the basement for so long. You know, he's been behind Cassidy, but he's always kind of like been in Cassidy's shadow. And the thing is that my personal feeling about it is, and Jag knows this, I spoke to Jag, talked to him about it. Why you didn't give Jag that needed push? And we all know Cassidy didn't do it because Cassidy enjoys the light. He enjoys people. I have nothing against Cassidy. But Cassidy needs to understand that it's Aaron Rodgers' time. Brett Favre, you had your time. It's Aaron Rodgers' time.
I come up from, not to cut you off, man, I come up from listening to Cass, man. Like, I've always respected Cass, man. Cass one of the best fitters ever. And then when Chubby Jag came in, it's like I just started. Chubby Jag just got something different, man. Like, when he say he different, he's for real different. His swag, everything. He can fit in with these new niggas, but still keep it, like, high tech for these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Cassidy can't do that no more. Like, he just ain't elevated. You know what I mean? Like, Cassidy, don't get me wrong. You throw him on a beat with somebody and they going bar for bar, Cassidy gonna spit with the best of them. You know what I mean? But you do what Jag doing, he not doing that. That's why he not getting no more. He only stuck with the same fans like me. Niggas that respects the underground and shit and respects the older dudes. He's not gonna get no new other fans because he ain't updating nothing. You know what I mean? He's punching the same way. He got the same scheme. He got the same metaphors. You know, I fuck with Cass. He's one of my favorite rappers all time, hands down.
But see, a lot of niggas thought I was being funny when I was saying, you know, or I was dick riding Jag. People thought I was being funny. When I said Jag is different, and I was telling Mav, do not look at Jag, or telling the people, do not think Jag is Cassidy. They two totally different people.
Totally different, man.
Like I'm talking about their personalities and their rapping abilities. They two different people. Jag is more laid back. He feel like when I talked to Jag, I've spoken to both of them on multiple occasions. Just spoke to Jag last night. And Cassidy makes you feel uncomfortable. Like, I'm gonna be honest, he makes you feel uncomfortable because from a standpoint of, you know, you ever been around a nigga where all he seemed to
I just feel like
listen. You ever been around a nigga that all he talks about is himself and be bigging himself up? Where it's like he's never allowing you, like, man, you talking right now. And let's say I was to dominate this whole conversation. You will want to get off the phone because it's like, what is the whole point? What is the whole point of me getting on here if he's going to talk all the whole time? That's how I feel like with Cassidy. Cassidy has that aura about him where it's like, it's either my way or the highway. Like, no nigga is going to want to be around that, and no female is going to want to be around that. So when I got around Jag, and then Jag was talking, Jag making me feel like, you know, I've been knowing him forever. Like, we've been brothers forever. And people, that's why you can see it with the fans. The fans are gravitating to that. Like, people like, damn, how is Jag getting so much love? Because Jag is a people's person. Cassidy is not a people's person because he's all about Cassidy.
Hey, you ain't telling people wrong, man. You're not telling them wrong. You keep educating these motherfuckers, man. My first track I ever heard Chubby Jag spit on was that Gun You Down with Cassidy. First time, and I've been listening to Jag ever since.
Jag fire.
Yeah, the thoughts 1, 2, 3 before the flat top. The new shit he just dropped, Olderberry, Sweeter Juice, whatever.
But a lot of those dudes that saying Jag is dissing Cassidy is those Cassidy fans.
But I'm glad Jag separated himself from Cass though, because he had to let these niggas know he's not Cassidy.
Yeah.
Just because he rolled with Cassidy and he came under Cassidy, he's not Cassidy, man. He's just like that pit bull. The dad just raised that pit bull.
But I want to ask you this question, bro. What do you feel about? How do you feel? The battlers that Jag face moving forward, keep continuously mentioning Cassidy. What you feel that's going to start doing if they keep doing that?
Say it again. What I feel is what
about these battlers continuously talking about Cassidy while they battling Jag moving forward.
I don't think that's going to be a good angle for them though. I don't think it'll be a good angle coming at Jag about Cassidy, because it's like. They at one point they gotta let Cass go. They gotta just get off his dick. You know what I mean? They done proved. They done seen him on the stage. You know what I mean? We done seen what it was hitting for, and it was all right for while it ran, while it lasted. It was cool. And now it's just like, ain't nobody really trying to hear Cass battle. I'm no disrespect to Cass, man. I'm not really. I'd rather hear some Jag battle, man. When they come at him talking about Cassidy, that's just gonna be Jag gonna destroy him. Cause Jag is his own man. Jag is, like he said, he a grown ass man. He do what the fuck he wanna do. They can speak on Cassidy all they want to with Jag. That's just gonna be a badass angle for them. Jag gonna eat their ass up, man. I don't think nobody in the battle league was prepared for somebody like Jag. And I think it's exactly what we needed in the battle rap to get it to go further is Jag.
Hey, didn't I call money though? Didn't I call money?
Yeah, yes, sir.
I called money on it all. I said Jag gonna come in. Everything that's going on right now, I said it was gonna happen.
And I see a lot of people in the comments and shit be like, you know, they ain't heard of Jag ain't industry. Like, just because he not popping in the industry don't mean he not industry. Because that's all he do is make hits. He just make tracks. He makes songs for real.
But I'm interested in asking you, right? What do you feel? What do you feel about the narrative? Like, I know you've been listening to a lot of these recap videos of Jag and Math, and it just seemed like a lot of these dudes is like they feel some type of way when you mention Jag name, like Sway Sever, all of these dudes, man, and it started to look more like a New York or East Coast versus West Coast thing.
I just think honestly, man, everybody want to be the best.
Yeah.
You got a nigga like, for example, you know that you could fight and you could beat anybody down, and then you fight somebody like, whoa, this nigga. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're gonna be salty as fuck, like, man, like I'm not ready, like I'm still trying to get my shine on, like I'm still trying to be the best, and here comes this nigga now. Now I gotta even work even harder now. Just like 40 Cal, or just like what's the name? Calico said. He didn't want to take that bag because he knew he had to go to work. You know what I mean? That tells you right there. That should tell you something.
I respect
you
that.
You mean to tell me you're not gonna take a battle, nigga? You the greatest. You're not gonna take a bag because you feel like you gotta put in some extra work for it. I respect him for it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that sounds kind of like he ducking and dodging too.
Nah, it is ducking and dodging. That's exactly what it is.
That sounds like he just straight ducking and dodging.
Calico was at the battle standing beside ARP like a scout. He was looking like a talent scout.
Yeah,
like that's what I felt like. I felt like he whispered in ARP ear and said, you know, I think I could take him. I think I could take him now.
And I think that's why they shoot it. I don't think a lot of people respect Math like they say they do. And I think that's why they just fed Jag. They fed Math to Jag. They wanted to see what Jag was working with. That's why before anybody, because everybody had a chance to battle him, then nobody want to battle Jag.
So what do you think? Okay, so the talks is Jag. I don't know why they keep talking about him and 40 Cal. 40 Cal's ass. But I wanted to ask you this question, right? I want to ask you this question. Now the talks is Jag and Arsenal. What do you think is going to do to Cassidy if Jag goes in there and he clearly beats Arsenal or have a kind of similar battle to what he did with Math?
I mean, I kind of feel like it's already over for Cass. Like, I feel like Jag coming in kind of just ended the whole Cass talk. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to really do anything. I think the Jag and Arsenal is going to be a dope-ass thing to see. That right there, both of their aggression and the disrespect and shit and being all in each other shit like that. And, you know, Jag ain't going to play that shit.
That's going to be a crazy battle.
I think it'll be a crazy battle. It'll be a good look. But I think after that, I think we need to see that battle. Just either that's going to make Cassidy step his shit up, man. Cassidy going to have to come in the battle and go the fuck in. Or that's just it for him. He needed to leave battle rap alone.
And I wanted to tell you something about that because I told y'all before. Everything that I told y'all is coming to fruition. Cassidy is just living off of namesake right now. If you didn't think that before, it's going on now. He's living off of namesake. And if Cassidy in his mind think, oh yeah, they gonna see me anyway. Yeah, they coming to see you to laugh at you. Cassidy is the laughing stock and the doormat of battle rap. He's the punching bag of battle rap. And I told y'all, with battling Cassidy is a low risk, high reward. Because you're going to get the biggest bag you ever seen, and you can potentially beat him and dominate him. With Jag is a high risk, low reward, which means you're not going to probably get it nowhere near as much as you get into battle Cassidy, and the risk of you losing to Jag is very, very high.
But after that Arsenal battle, though, after Jag and Arsenal battle, and if Jag body Arsenal, it can't be none of that no more high risk, low risk shit no more. Now it's like, all right, Jag, that's that. He ain't nobody to sleep on. He's for real.
But let's talk about that real quick. if Jag was to battle Arsenal, because I want to clear this shit up before I go in on this one. I'm glad you brought that up, bro. Thank you for coming through. The thing with Arsenal and Jag, right? I want to clear this legend shit up because niggas keep throwing that legend word around all willy nilly. First of all, Arsenal is not a legend, and Jag gonna have to say that because Jag is gonna battle these dudes, so he gotta sell it. I ain't got nothing against Jag with that, but Arsenal is not a legend, and I debate anybody that come on here and want to debate that. Arsenal is not a fucking legend. Math is not a legend. Neither one of them are top tiers. Why? Because they've been around since BC.
Yeah, most of the battle rappers, all of them. That's why they got the battle group where they all like best buddies and shit. They really are.
Name me, bruh. Name me 5 top tiers in your mind, and I'm gonna tell you if you're right.
So look, I feel like all of them are. I feel like they all just like brothers, and they gonna hate on anybody else that come in.
Nah,
they gonna hate on
top tiers. Give me 5 top tiers that come to your mind, like legit top tiers and legends. 5.
Hollow Don.
Okay.
I'll say Murder Mook.
Okay.
Let's see.
In no particular order.
Charlie Clips. He up there.
Okay. I agree with all 3 of those.
Let's see. It's hard after that. I could put Loaded Lux up there.
Yeah, that's another one.
And then maybe K.O.T.D.
I gotta disagree. K-Shine to me. K-Shine to me is.
I think most of the other ones they've been together so long. They all been in their battle rap so long. That's why the battle rap just kind of died out. They just all been there together, just battling each other. We need some new shit. We need some new.
But here's the thing. I always ask people, what is one thing K-Shine said in his battle? And I still haven't got an answer for it. That was cold. What was the coldest thing you ever heard from K-Shine?
For me, what it do for K-Shine, for me, like, I'm not too real big on his, like, lyrics like that and the bars that he be spitting, but how he puts it together. And his aggression. You know what I mean?
That's all people say. That's all people. That's what this battle rap. And that was the difference between Tay Rock and Daylight. That was the difference. Is that Tay Rock, and that was the reason why Tay Rock got 30. Even though that was one of the best Tay Rocks we ever seen. He still got 30 because...
You know what, though? Daylight is nice, too, though. Daylight is nice as fuck. Niggas be sleeping on Daylight.
Yeah, but I've seen Daylight not be as well. See, him battling Tay Rock made Daylight, even though Daylight was dope, it made him look better than what he actually was. Because Tay Rock was never...
I think Daylight got too much going on. I don't think he put all of his shit into battle rap.
But listen,
he got a bunch of shit in his life going on.
Daylight was never... When Daylight go around, like Daylight battle B Magic, Daylight battle, Past Stay. When you battle niggas that can actually rap, he don't look as, opposing.
Right.
He don't look as dominant against people that can actually rap. Like, let's say if Daylight was to battle Danny Myers, he wouldn't look as dominant against Danny Myers as he did with Tay Rock. It's just that people hype up Tay Rock, K-Shine, and that's why I mention these dudes, DNA. These dudes are great at impersonating battle rappers. They're not real battle rappers. They're great at impersonating. They're great at...
So let me ask you a question. Not top 5. Who's your top 3 battlers right now?
My top 3? Loaded Lux.
Loaded Lux.
I got 5 though. I got Loaded Lux. I got Loaded Lux, Danny Myers, Pat Stay, Swave Sever, and B-Dot.
B-Dot?
Yeah.
What's going on with Pat Stay? I heard Pat Stay the business.
Yeah, I heard Pat Stay was supposed to battle K-Shine.
Oh, I had to see that.
They were supposed to battle. I don't know what's going on with that. But I heard that was K-Shine's next battle. Well, his next battle is Chess, but I heard he was supposed to battle Pat Stay. He's probably next.
I appreciate you taking my call, man. I got to get these kids ready for this cookout, man.
Yeah, I hear, man. Salute to you, brother. Have a good day.
Yes, sir. Salute. Yes, sir. You too, man. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, salute to the brother, man. Salute to the brother for that, man. So let's get back to these bars, shall we? Salute to my chat. King Charlie, Jag ain't make you look bad. Double R, you called it. That's a fact, bro. Kafani Coleman, a real battle rapper, always keeps his clip full, not just when he has to battle. That's a fact. Cass is jealous. Yeah, he is. He is. And the thing is, man, this was bound to happen. This was bound to happen. A lot of them dudes, Kafani Coleman, a lot of them dudes just put in the effort only when they have to battle. Yup. Yup. And this was bound to happen between Cassidy and Jag, man. You know? Like, this is God right here. This is God's plan. You know, Drake talk about God's plan. This is God's plan. You know, and I told Jag his time was coming. You know, when Cassidy had his time, man. You know, be the great veteran, man. Be the great legend and just sit back. Like, that's what makes a legend, too. The same thing as what makes a real nigga. What makes a real nigga is not only being real all the time, but also admitting your flaws, admitting when you wrong, admitting when you got out of line, when you made a mistake. Just like with a legend, being a real legend is also being a consummate pro, sitting back and allowing the young motherfuckers, helping the young motherfuckers, servicing the young motherfuckers. You feel me? Like, that's what's being the ones that's coming after you. That's what's being a real legend is about. You seen how Deion Sanders was helping AB? How he was helping Antonio Brown? Cass new freestyle. Michael Massa, salute. I think Cassidy and B-Dot would be good in a small room. Maybe. Jag did a fantastic job. He definitely did. Michael Massa, yeah, the phone lines is open too. Anybody want to call in? So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. Because Michael Massa coming in and said Cassidy freestyle was dope. That's your opinion, bro. That's your opinion. Let's get to it.
Look, niggas thirsty, so the coca on ice might get you clout. But most niggas pop, start to bubble, then fizzle out. I body shit. Leave your body stiff, I pull a pistol out. Then feed your body to my pits and let them shit you out.
Let's run it back.
Look, niggas thirsty, so the coca on ice might
We got another call from New York.
Most niggas.
Double R.
Yo, Double R, that's you?
Yeah, who this?
This is Paul. You be ignoring me, bro. You ignoring me in the chat.
Who this? Who's this?
Let's talk. Yo, how many battles happened last weekend?
Hold on, who's this? Let the chat know who you are.
It's Farmer. It has a time with his shotgun.
Okay, Farmer, salute. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, sure. Yo, bro. You be doing too much.
Talk to me.
Like, yo, you have over 200 videos talking about Cassidy.
Okay.
You had this channel less than a year. You be sucking Cassidy. Yo, there was 10 battles last week. All you've been talking about was Jag.
Watch your language on the channel. Okay, keep going.
Alright, I got you. Yo, how you gonna say Arsenal isn't a legend?
He's not a legend. How is he?
No. I wanna hear your theory how he's not a legend. To me, he's a legend because I'm not even saying that he won all his battles.
You wanna hit my theory, right?
Pardon me?
You wanna hit my theory? Who has Arsenal? Who is hard? Name 5 people Arsenal beat that was legitimate.
That's my whole argument. I'm not even talking about who he beat. You tell me 5 people.
I say who he beat.
Arsenal.
Who
Arsenal?
Arsenal?
He beat the man you made 200 blocks about.
Okay, who is Cassidy though?
Yo, bro, you made 200 videos about Cassidy, so you tell me Cassidy's your favorite rapper.
But what is your point, bro?
Bro, you be sucking Cass and you be sucking Jag. Them niggas.
I told you to watch your voice. I told you to watch how you're talking. See you later. Whoever that brother was, when you can come back on here and talk right, I'm here. All right, so phone lines is open, people. Let's get back to the bars, all right? Kafani Coleman, get him out of here. Yeah, just did. Kafani Coleman, you know who sent him shaking my head. Yeah. I know who sent him. But it's all gravy. This is Double R's channel. He can talk about Cass and Jag 1,000 times if he want. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But you know, a lot of these dudes, I ain't gonna even go there. Man. Let's get back to the ball. But my channel is monetized now, people. My channel is monetized. My days of going in on dudes and cussing and stuff like that. I cuss here and there. But my days of doing all that, entertaining them dudes like that, is over. Because that does nothing for my channel. Because at the time when I was ready for that energy, these dudes wasn't nowhere to be found. You feel me? They was playing them cat and mouse games. So at the end of the day, it's about being professional now, man. Again, I ask. Straight snooping around, weird. Yeah. But he talking about I'm on Cassidy's nutsacks and Jag nutsack. But at the end of the day, he coming here to defend who? Who is he coming here to defend? I've been on the phone with Cassidy 1,000,000 times. I could have met Cassidy. But see, that's the thing. That's what I'm not here for that. This is my channel. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. My people want to hear about it. If y'all want to hear about the people that feel the same way this brother feel, if y'all want to hear something different about something different, then y'all need to come support. The people that come support my channel want to hear about Cassidy. This is no hate towards Cassidy. See, he started listening to me. He knew I was about to get into these bars, and he knew Cassidy ain't had them bars like that. So he trying to come put the cape on and come to the rescue. He knew we was about to get to these bars. Don't mind him, man. Do what? Yeah. Let's go. Let's get back to it.
Pop, start the look. Niggas thirsty, so the coca on ice might get you clout.
See, Cassidy, that soda line. People tired of hearing that soda pop, coca on ice. We tired of hearing that. And then another thing. Your style is too slow. It's too slow. Like people are saying Jadakiss will do good when he come back. Lloyd Banks will do good if he come back. A lot of these dudes have slow, methodic sounds. They flow out, they flows. Well, it ain't no damn flow. Their raps is too slow. Like listen to Jag. What did Calico say in the interview? Calico said Jag will destroy even 40 Cal. Rap too slow. What did Calico say in that interview? I'm pretty sure mostly all of y'all done heard that interview by now. He said Jag have levels to his tempo. He said Jag can rap slow. Jag can speed it up. Jag can change up his bar patterns and his flow patterns while he rapping. It's levels. That's why Mav just got done the way he got done. Because Mav rap too slow. Mav just been around long enough. Like a Goods, he rap too slow. Arsenal rap too slow. But these guys have been around in the culture, and this is the point that I'm trying to make with Cassidy. These guys have been around in the culture, DNA. He raps slow, but they've been around to understand what works and what don't work. You ain't got to be dunking on niggas and doing all the extra shit, because Lux don't do it. Because Verb don't do it. Mook don't do it. And a lot of these dudes, that's the class Cassidy come from. That Lux, Verb, Mook, he come from that class. But the thing with Cassidy, you coming out here talking all crazy, you got to back that up. Like me personally, I was all for Cassidy coming out and shifting this shit. Because that's what I'm all about. That's just like Michael Jordan coming into the game talking about, but see, that's the point. Michael Jordan didn't say nothing about, correct me if I'm wrong. Michael Jordan didn't come in the game talking about all what he was going to do. He just did it. Barry Sanders didn't come in the game talking about, I'm going to be the best. He probably said he's going to be the best. But he ain't coming in the football talking all this crazy shit. He ain't coming to football and say, I'm going to automatically break Walter Payton's record. He didn't do that. He proved in his actions. And if he was around long enough, he would have broke Walter Payton's record to the point where Emmitt Smith couldn't touch it. See, real motherfucking legends show and prove. Yeah, they talk. Like T.O. T.O. ran his mouth. He talked. Muhammad Ali talked. But it's a gamble when you talk. Because when you talk, you got to back it up. And if you don't back it up, you're going to look crazy. See, that's what people don't realize. This is what people can't understand. When you talk crazy like that, like Cassidy was talking, you look delusional when you don't back it up. See, that's why we say he delusional, not to shit on him. And that's what these clowns don't understand. It's not about shitting on somebody. It's not about being fake. It's not about switching up. A lot of you niggas feel that way, and Cassidy feel that way himself. That's why you getting salty with Jag. And that's why you niggas salty with me. It's because a lot of you niggas don't know nothing about constructive criticism. A lot of you niggas don't like it when niggas is critiquing you and telling you what you're doing wrong, but you love when niggas is kissing your ass, being yes men, congratulating you for when you do good, and telling you you're doing good even when you're not. See, that is my problem with Cassidy. And this is why Jag is getting shown so much love. See, a lot of people hating, that's Cassidy fans, they hating because Jag is getting the love and getting shown a lot of support that Cassidy wish he was getting. But you don't get the support. Now, let's say Cassidy would have went in there and destroyed Goods. Let's say Cassidy would have went in there and had 3 rounds, all 3 rounds, well, 2 rounds of the first round that he had with Goods. Let's say Cassidy would have had 3 rounds of flame. It was actually not even a 9 or a 10, but was actually like maybe a 6 or 7 against Arsenal. That was good enough to beat Arsenal. But you had a whole bunch of people out here talking about, well, Arsenal wasn't that good neither. Was Arsenal ever good? What I'm talking about as far as bars. The dude that called before this clown that called, what did he say? Arsenal was never really known to be lyrical. Like, let's start being honest, people. We came to, most of the people, I ain't gonna say we, because I came there to see a massacre. Because that's what I was told by Cassidy. I came there to see a massacre. And it was a massacre. But it was self-inflicted. It was a self-inflicted massacre. To be honest with you, Arsenal really didn't do anything but what Arsenal usually does. Cassidy did it to his motherfucking self. Because you look stupid when you can't back that shit up. And you look even more stupid. It look even more pathetic when you don't take accountability. When you don't take accountability, when people just seen and heard shit with their own eyes and ears, and then you go into hiding and don't give nobody no fucking explanations. Double R salute, but I have to keep it real with this freestyle. This freestyle was horrible, and the timing is suspect. Makes him look jealous of what they said about Jag performance. Yeah, and that's why Jag is kind of separating himself. Not because he don't like Cassidy no more. Apparently he loved Cassidy. I still love Cassidy. You feel me? We all still love Cassidy. But Cassidy got to start loving Cassidy. That's why we here. There's no hate over here. We ain't 3 Letterman. We ain't trying to find ways or trying to finagle niggas into saying shit about Cassidy. We not doing that over here. What we doing is we telling the truth. And sometimes, well, in this generation, more oftentimes than not, the truth hurts. Because a lot of these niggas is used to being cuddled. A lot of these niggas is used to running from bettering themselves. A lot of these motherfuckers, I'm going to keep it a buck. You know, I told my mother, like, you can't run forever from your problems. You got to face them head on. A lot of these kids, they parents run away from their responsibilities. So that's all they know for real. All they know. So when they start hearing a real motherfucker like me talk, or a real motherfucker like Jag, or a real motherfucker in general talk, these niggas start feeling some type of way. They start getting emotional, like women. Let's get back to the freestyle. Let me see. Carlos Rosado, salute. Double R. Okay, we read that one. Carlos Rosado, I don't think Cass lacks self-love. I think he loves himself too much. That could be a quote. I love myself. Enemy. What do you see? I love myself. I'm start thinking about that Kendrick jump. Love yourself a little too much. And see, look how Jag came into the joint, man. And I hate to do this, but Jag is really the only real example. Because let's be honest, 40 Cal is no different than Cassidy. 40 Cal has outdated shit. His shit is garbage. And 40 Cal, at least 40 Cal has more current shit than Cassidy. But like, what is the difference when they both pretty much rap slow? They have really no flow. You know, Cassidy never really had a flow, but Cassidy always can rap. He always had bars. He always had back-to-back punches. Cassidy was the one that started that back-to-back punching. See, all of the things that I'm saying now was the things that I was saying when I was quote-unquote riding his coattail. But I was doing that, but I actually had encounters and conversations with Cassidy. A lot of you niggas, like, tell me this, people. Tell me this. Where do we do that at? Where do we do that? When we come at a nigga and try to say a nigga is riding a non-motherfucker coattail that I actually spoke to, and you coming to his defense, and you ain't even had a conversation. You ain't even had a response in your DM. But you want to approach a nigga that actually had conversations, that actually dealt with these dudes. I don't think, okay, Jay Lando Double R, we've discussed this a million times. Cass, petty, and intolerant of anyone outshining him. That's a fact. When he's the sole purpose for his own lack of, what does that say, execution? Shaking my head. Yeah. That's a fact. 40 had a point. Hold on, Carlos Rosado. 40 had a point through, like, this shit is super, super tiny, people. Pardon me. 40 had a point though, because ARP said King Los had the best comeback, then 40, and now Jag has the best comeback. But 40 a little jealous as well. See, what y'all got to understand with ARP got to do what's in the best interest of himself, which is ultimately the best interest for his league. You feel me? Or reverse. So at the end of the day, he's going to say the next nigga, the next industry dude that come back had a better showing than Jag. And we could clearly see that he didn't. But he's going to say that about the next person and the next person and the next person. And I don't blame him, because it's all about selling your business at the end of the day. It's business talk for ARP to say those things. Yeah. Jay Lando checking in real quick. Salute Double R. Jay Lando, salute, man. Always a real brother, man. Always coming in, dropping quick jewel. Hey, Jay Lando, you a fool too. You that nigga too, man. Jay Lando be coming in, dropping some real deep shit and rolling out. He that motherfucker on Don't Be a Menace. Message. That's Jay Lando, people. But yeah. But that soda pop, soda this, and he talking about soda people. Like, I don't care how you put it. It's outdated. I don't care if you rapped it fast. It's outdated, Cassidy. How many times do a motherfucker got to tell you? Message. How many times do a motherfucker got to tell you, Cassidy, before you actually get it? See, that's the problem. You too stubborn.
Most niggas pop, start to bubble, then fizz you out. I body shit. Leave your body stiff, I pull a pistol out. Then feed your body to my pits and let them shit you out. You start to play, they could sit.
Let's go back.
Look, niggas thirsty, soda, coca on.
See, Cassidy, the type of dude, and his fans, that's why it's a perfect marriage. Love and marriage. That's why it's a perfect marriage, man. Because this is what happens when you talk about people's idol. When you talk about people's idol, they have already put so much invested interest and invested time into one person, which they shouldn't do because that's idol worship, that's idolatry. They put so much time. That's equivalent to a man falling in love with a woman or a woman falling in love with a man. If you know anything about the Bible, that's not supposed to happen. That's idolatry. So when like people look at me and say, "Oh, you got 1,000," like brother just did. "Oh, you got 1,000 videos of Cassidy. You this, that, and the third." No, that was business, people. That was business. I mentioned something about Cassidy, and people started to come to support me because of Cassidy. I mentioned something about Cassidy, about putting respect back on his name, which I stand by to this day, and Cassidy fans came to support me. And I ran with it because I was like, oh shit, we got all this support. All right, that's going to help my channel. And guess what it did for Cassidy? One hand washed the other, both hands washed the face. Cassidy was getting my promo, and I was using his name. Fair exchange ain't no robbery, people. Fair exchange is not no robbery. Same thing for Jag. Me and Jag actually is cool, though. Me and Jag actually is cool. Like, me and Cassidy didn't have any conversations. Me and Jag been cool before all of this. I've been pushing Jag before I was pushing Cassidy. So, like, fair exchange ain't no robbery. It's still business at the end of the day, and that's what y'all niggas don't understand. And it's going to sound gay when I say this, but a lot of these niggas, especially when I'm talking about men and men, a lot of these niggas be mixing business with pleasure. Yeah, that sound gay. I ain't gonna say that sound gay. You know, especially when you referring to another man. Like, a lot of these dudes, man, be mixing business with their infatuation. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, Cassidy was that dude. Yeah, I appreciate what Cassidy did. Yeah, Jag is that dude now. Yeah, I'm appreciating what Jag is doing now. But at the end of the day, I still have a channel to run. I still have a life to live. I still have a wife. I still have a life. You see what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, they still have a life. You would never, ever catch me going on another man's channel talking bad about them. Like, if they ain't making, the only reason why I do this battle rap shit because I'm involved in it. And I see a lot of clown shit. Of course, I'm going to correct clown shit because of the kids that you influencing, the people that you influencing. But as long as you being a stand-up nigga, like, where they do that at, people? Where they do that at? When you start coming in talking shit to stand-up niggas. When you start down talking stand-up guys that's trying to help you. Believe it or not. That's all my channel really about, is getting this shit back to what it's supposed to be. Like battle rapping for real. You heard the interview with Jag about Suge? Jag said, man, Suge, forget all that tapping people's pockets. When you actually gonna go into a nigga pockets and take his stuff out and say you ain't getting it back and walk out of the event with that shit? Like, that's real. What y'all doing is fake shit. Now, this is battle rap. We all understand that. But that's what makes Jag unique. When Arsenal blew Smoke in Cassidy face, Jack Cassidy up, that's what makes Arsenal unique. Because Arsenal, what makes you unique and what makes you great, whether it's good in your eyes or bad in your eyes, is the things that you're able to do and the gifts that you have that nobody else is willing to do and the gifts that nobody has. That's what makes Arsenal different. That's what make people come out and support Arsenal, although he don't have the other attributes, although he don't have the bars and the punches like that. What makes people come out and support B Magic, or when they were supporting B Magic, is because B Magic didn't have to perform and all that. They came to hit them bars. They came to hit them punches. They came to hit that flow. This is what make people unique in battle rap. And that's what I want us to get back to. And that's what I want Cassidy to get back to. But Cassidy can't get back to it if you're going to coddle him. If you're going to tell this nigga he still got it when he clearly is outdated. You can't do that. Now, when people say, oh, like 3 Letterman can say, man, I was been talking that. Lottie Deuce, I could been, no, you was hating. You was hating because you was talking that shit before the man even got a chance to prove himself. If somebody is talking some shit before you even get a chance to prove whether or not that's true, that's a hater. I give everybody a chance. That's why I was like, Cassidy was this, Cassidy was that. Now, I was wrong from going off of what he did in the past, but let's be honest, we all did it. We all did it. Just like if Jag would have came out there and did the complete opposite of what he said he was going to do, and what we see, y'all got to understand this too. What Jay Lando just said. These was the expectations that Cassidy and the standards that Cassidy set upon himself. All we really did was piggybacked off of it, like great promoters supposed to do. That's all we did was piggyback off of it. But a lot of us was talking about Cassidy's past. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, you make it difficult for a lot of us. Cassidy made it difficult for Jag. You feel me? Like, and this is how Jag, I can't tell you how Jag is feeling, but if I'm Jag, I'm feeling like I'd have went out here and fought the bat for you after you talked all this shit. After you talked all this shit, and then you didn't back it up. Now I gotta see, Jag couldn't even have a proper introduction because he hit with all this Cassidy stuff. He couldn't even have a proper battle, although, and salute to Jag, through all of the Cassidy angles and the Cassidy raps, Jag still was able to prove his point. Even through all of the ridicule that I received. Again, after I said Cassidy lost, the day after, it was 350 people that unsubscribed from my channel because a lot of those people were here, and I'm glad because a lot of those people were here because I was talking good about Cassidy. But I called all of this. All of the people that, like Carlos, a lot of the people that I speak on a personal level, a lot of these dudes know. I called this. It's not wrong going off Cass Pass. He just had to back it up. Exactly, Michael Massa. Exactly. The real ones understand. The real ones understand. It's not wrong going off his pass. He just had to back it up, and he just simply didn't. And then Cassidy, what really fucked me up is that Cassidy didn't come out here and just give us an explanation. You see what I'm saying? You ain't had to say you won or you lost or shit like that. All you had to do was come out and give us some type of explanation. But he still hasn't to this day. And you know how the saying goes, sometimes, not talking is just as bad as saying something out your mouth. That's the case that we have with Cassidy because we all seen what we seen and heard what we heard. How did you think I feel? And a lot of your fans felt, a lot of them ain't going to admit it, but how do you think that they felt when they was preparing for you to do everything you said? And they heard those first couple bars and was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I felt like, first of all, I felt like I lost money. Well, I did lose money. King Tally lost money. We all lost money because that wasn't what we heard. So, like a lot of people saying, well, battle rappers do that all the time. So, and that's another thing. People are just satisfied with just receiving something in battle rap. So what you telling me is it's okay for you to spend money on something a nigga said in his promotion. So what you saying is it's okay for you to lose money. Like that's some prostitute shit. Like that's some prostitute stuff. You might as well go ahead and give them your money. You might as well go ahead and give it to them. Nobody could feel right after seeing what they seen with Cassidy and Arsenal. If you were Cassidy, if you were looking forward or you was betting on Cassidy. Nobody could be okay with that. But a lot of dudes was like, man, at the end of the day, people talk that type of talk to promote. Okay, so you are okay with wasting your money, right? You okay. I know a lot of you niggas ain't okay because a lot of you niggas won't donate to my channel. If you okay with that, then drop that same bag on my channel. Drop that same bag in my PayPal. Drop that same bag on my Cash App. I send you my Cash App and you drop that bag. Since you okay with just giving out $50, $60. All willy-nilly. The fuck out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Double R. My homie was texting me, laughing at me during the whole battle. He saw it for free on Facebook. Woo! Yeah, I know he had a good old time. I know he had a good old time, man. You feel me? That's the point I'm trying to make. How you think Jag felt? Getting hit with all these Cassidy questions. And then you add that with the fact that Cassidy ain't even coming to support. Cassidy still ain't coming out saying nothing. Cassidy ain't at least, hitting them up saying, good job, I seen the battle, I wasn't able to come, or I didn't come because I knew they was going to try to stir the narrative, but I seen you, brother. You did your thing. Jag said he still haven't heard from Cassidy. That's some sucker shit. I don't give a fuck. It's not that much shit going on in the world. It's not that many hours in the studio in the world that's going to prevent me from saluting my brother, man. For saluting another brother for his success. It don't take nothing but 5 seconds.
Ice might get you clout, but most niggas pop, start the bubble. Look, niggas thirsty, so the coca on ice might get you clout, but most niggas pop, start the bubble, then fizz you out.
And see, what Cassidy would tell us is, right? Listen to the way I'm saying it. Listen to how I'm saying it. The soda pop, it don't matter. It don't matter. I done heard Cassidy come up with the nicest bars. Nicest bars. Nicest wordplay. This ain't it, Cassidy. This is not it. You feel me? Like, it's almost like motherfuckers is trying to force us to like this shit. You feel me? I don't know if y'all feel the same way I feel, but it's almost like they trying to force me to like it. It's like our parents trying to force us to eat spinach or trying to force us to eat oatmeal. Even though I love spinach and oatmeal, but I'm just using an analogy. They trying to force us to eat stuff that's good for us. I understand that. I understand that part. You trying to force me to eat right and not eat all this motherfucking junk. But I ain't never heard of a motherfucker force feeding somebody junk. That's just like your parent in reverse. Instead of force feeding you motherfucking spinach and goddamn oatmeal, and they force feeding you some Debbie cakes and shit. Force feeding you some goddamn 9-laters and shit like that. That's what Cassidy trying to do. He trying to force feed us some bullshit. Like, come on, man. If y'all niggas if this floats your boat, hey. Oh, if this floats your motherfucking boat.
I body shit. Leave your body stiff, I pull a pistol out. Then feed your body to my pits and let them shit you out. You start to play, they could sit you out. Y'all.
No flow. Like, it's outdated. Like, it's just to the point where you can't really even explain it. Like, if you let Cassidy say it, he'll say you can't explain it because you don't understand it. This is the top level science. This is top level science. Okay, then if this top level science, then I'm the best basketball player walking the motherfucking face of this earth. Oh shit, homie, damn. Hold on, oh shit, homie, damn, they miss. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, we in here now. We just talking about this so-called science, man. You talking about this so-called science.
Look, niggas thirsty, so the coca on ice might get you clout. But most
niggas thirsty, so the coca on ice might get you clout. What the fuck does that mean? Niggas thirsty, but the soda on ice might get you clout. Even if you was able to explain what you meant, it's not going to make that shit any less of being garbage. Sometimes, and I've been told this before, complexity isn't always great. It isn't always a good thing. See, some people think, oh, I could just go into music, or I could just come into battle rap, and I could just be super, super, super complex. You coming in and be super, super complex, first of all, niggas is not going to understand you. And the second of all, see, what Cassidy don't realize is this. He like a lot of people don't understand. Okay, if a lot of people don't understand, and Cassidy should know better than this because he's been in the music industry and all that. You have to find a savvy way of being complex and merging that with what people kind of is used to. You can't be complex and just be totally different and go totally off the motherfucking grain. Because nothing is complex. Nothing is top level science about soda. About soda pops. Like Cassidy. Niggas back in the day used to say soda pops. Motherfuckers don't say soda pops no more. O.T. used to say, man, go give me a soda pop. The fuck? Like, niggas was probably saying soda pop before Cassidy knew about it. Before Cassidy was around. Coca on ice. Cassidy needs to get, Jonathan Robinson, Cassidy needs to get back to the problem and update his bars. He really don't need performance because he's capable of coming up with exquisite bars. They just that we ain't been hearing this from Cass. Yeah, Jonathan. Was that you that just called? I thought it was another one of them clowns, man. Was you that guy that called and was talking all that jibber jabber? If not, come on, call back in if you want to, brother. I ain't got time for niggas coming in here fucking up my channel. My homie. So you saying, yeah, you was the dude that was on the phone the second time, or you was calling in for the first time? Let me know. Call back in. Even if you was the same dude, call back in. If you gonna talk with some common sense, call back in. If that wasn't you, I'm sorry, brother. I apologize. Okay, call back in, brother, if you want to. Sorry about that. If that wasn't you, call back in. Yeah, Cassidy need to get back. Okay, I got that one. Shadow Assassin, my homie in the Shy, they call it pop. My homie in the Shy, they call it pop. Explain that bar. See, a lot of people come out this motherfucker and try to recite Cassidy lines, but can't tell you what he mean. And even if they able to tell you what it mean, it don't make it that much doper. He back in the building. Yeah. Was you just calling for the first time?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, brother. I had a clown come on here, using vulgar language, talking about you was on Cassidy, you know what, and Jag, you know what. I'm like, bruh, you can't come on here talking like that, bruh.
No, I can't.
Now, if you want a private session, after the video, we can go back and forth then, but not right now while we live.
Word.
And YouTube might not even put my joint up now that he said all that.
All we gotta do is hope.
Yeah, all we gotta do is hope. But salute. What's your name again? Jonathan Robinson, right?
Yeah, I'm Jonathan.
All right, let the people know who you
I just
are.
want to say retro. I mean, I've been following Cass since the man first dropped out.
Hey, bro, turn out your background noise.
Oh yeah, give me a second. Hold on, I got you.
Jonathan Robinson in the building, people.
Alright. Now, what I wanted to say was
Damn. Okay, hopefully we back. Okay, we back. Go ahead.
yeah, like I was saying, I mean, I respect Cass, I respect his craft and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But what I believe that as a Cassidy fan,
What we need to hear from the man is he need to go back into that gritty cast the problem bag. He need to bring them bars back out that's updated. Stop reciting the old stuff because we've heard it before.
Okay, we back connected. Repeat that again. Repeat that again. Everything you just said. We was all for a minute.
What I'm saying is like Cass need to go back into the Cassidy the problem bag. We heard enough of Cassidy the hustler, Barry Adrian Reese,
Mr. Chicken.
We know them folks. We ain't get too much on the problem.
Mr. Chicken.
The problem, yeah, and Mr. Chicken too. Now, but I believe the problem, he didn't really elaborate too much on that style. He just switched it too fast. You know what I'm saying? And that's the battle cast that we've been missing.
Which Cassidy? Which one are you talking about?
The problem.
Okay. What do you think about, because I feel like Cassidy was exceptional that first round against Goods. What you think about that?
I think he did good. I think it wasn't as bad as everybody made it to seem like. It's just that some folks in the audience wasn't really feeling the same repetition of bars. You know what I'm saying? We already know you got the cadence and swag cast. You know what I'm saying? Fuck our hands up. Throw something out there that nobody never heard before. You know what I mean? And you still gonna be the king of bars. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it look like he losing his swag, but he's still holding on.
King Tally said we don't want to hear no more headline bars.
Right. I mean, come up with them thorough bars. Like even though this might sound corny, when he came out with the condom joint, it was kind of disappointing because we didn't expect that from Cass.
Condom style, condom style.
Right, we didn't expect that. But nevertheless, it was creative.
Yeah, it was.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man went commercial and I don't know what happened, Rob.
Yeah. So what do you think? I wanted to ask you though, bro. What do you think about this whole situation now that Jag is around in between Cassidy and Jag, man?
Man, honestly, I knew Jag was hot for years.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, I think that Jag wants to come out, but he don't want to be under Cass because it seemed like everybody that come out under Cass don't get a good head start or a good run.
Mm-hmm.
So he might, I mean, maybe they narrative is to, you know what I mean, come at Cass, you know what I mean, just so he can get on his feet, you know what I mean, because everything else ain't been working.
Yeah, I think for so long, you know, in the past, Cassidy was just so good that now, like, things working, God working mysterious ways, man. He working mysterious ways. And I was telling Jag this, and, you know, I was telling people this, like, people think, oh, Rob, you just riding Jag Hotel. Man, I don't listen to niggas like that because they obviously they don't know what's going on and they moving off emotions and shit like that. But the thing is that I watched Jag, I've watched ARAB, I've watched even the dude he had. Me and Cassidy was on the phone. Me and Cassidy has a few conversations on the phone that I wish was actual lives. Like I wish they was videos. I wish I could. We was talking about Jen and how he beat Jen up in the studio because Jen was talking reckless. Like we was talking on the phone about Nico and shit and all. Like I wish we would have came to it, but it was more like Cassidy was trying to test how much I was going, you know, ride his coattail as opposed to us just putting out great material. And that's why he did the video with YMF, because he knew YMF was going to do exactly what the fuck he wanted him to do.
Right, he wasn't going to try to stun on him. Like Cass, I understand, like, he kind of feel like, even though he ain't got the money, but I think he trying to feel like P. Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He want to be in your video. He want to be the number one headline in the song. You know what I mean? He could have did some thorough shit like the Locks did for New York. See how the Locks holding down New York? They doing shit with everybody in New York. They not biased. You know what I'm saying? Cass had the platform and he was selective.
Hey, it's a lot of people that's pissed off with Cassidy And I appreciate you, bro, for allowing me to talk when I buzz in. Because a lot of niggas, when they come, like my brother Kenneth always say, at the end of the day, that's your platform. But not even more so that it's my platform. Like, it's more so like, I like to set up the plays, man. I like to set up the alley-oops. I like to set up the passes and just let y'all niggas work. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you can't do that when niggas already... That's just like a motherfucker teacher asked a question, and before the teacher asked the question, motherfucker already got his hand up. I ain't even asked you the damn question yet. You feel me? Like, let me work, because my ideas is going to spark your ideas, and your ideas is going to spark my ideas. That's what makes a great video. And that's why I tell the people on my channel, it's hard for me to do these videos because I'm not the type of nigga that just blabber and just talk. I'm the type of nigga that feed off other people's conversation, because me just talking, I already know all of this shit because I'm me. I already know everything that I'm going to say.
Right.
It's like preaching to the choir. So when people come support like this, that's when you're going to get the best content, because now I get to feed off a lot of y'all ideas and y'all can get a better perspective on how different people actually feel.
Word.
But
I really hope Cass hearing me too, man. This is nothing but encouraging words from a fan. You know what I'm saying?
Cassidy know that. He know that. This is what Cassidy is doing. What Cassidy is doing is, you already know. What he doing is he's basically you know how they always say, I give you an inch, you take a mile?
Hell yeah, that's what he does.
That's what he doing with his yes men. So he know, when Cassidy know he got that safety net and he got people that's going to protect him even if he fuck up or he not doing so well, and they still going to say he did good. Cassidy is just testing it. Like if all his yes men flipped on him and was talking how everybody else is talking with some common fucking sense,
yeah.
then Cassidy, we would definitely
see a different Cass, possibly a better one.
That would force Cass to be better. Now, that's just like a motherfucker like my little brother. He calls up and he be like, well, Rob, I got straight A's. I did this and I did that. I said, that's great. But I'm not so happy that you're doing good in a place where you forced to do good. You see what I'm saying? You in a confined structure. I'm more impressed when you out here doing good, when you kind of when you got your freedom.
Right.
When you have to, that's what you call integrity. I asked my teacher, what is integrity? What is the definition of integrity a long time ago? She said, when you do something when nobody else is around. What you do when nobody else is around, supporting you.
Right.
Or waking you up in the morning.
It gives you a better motivation. It makes you feel better about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it gives it purpose.
Mm-hmm. See, the thing with Cassidy is exactly what we been saying. And I'm trying to figure out if Cassidy, because I still can't, that good shit, that first round he did against Goods, that's still in my mind. Like, that's still embedded in my mind. Like, let's not lie. Let's not lie, people. How many of you out there still in the back of your mind with all Cassidy has done feel like somebody gonna catch Cassidy one day on the wrong time?
Yeah. Here's my thoughts on this one, though, Rob.
Wait.
Now, if Cass got the big wins, all that, a loss should not hurt him.
Yeah.
Because you won so many. You know what I'm saying? The only time you will feel like a true battle master is if you take that humiliation one time. You got to accept a loss one time. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the best of the best lost one time. Mike Tyson lost one time, never lost again. Muhammad Ali took a couple steps before and they champions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Cass could take that same criteria and apply it along with his movements in his game, he'd be unstoppable.
I believe if Cassidy can take what he does in his face-offs and put that in the battle, he'd be good.
Oh man, I wish you was standing right now. I'd shake your hand right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seemed like he could put all the steam before the battle, and then when the battle come, he got no more steam left.
I looked in the comment section yesterday after this Cassidy freestyle, right? With the Cassidy freestyle, and I saw people commenting saying, we don't want to hear your battle raps. We want to look at your face-offs. We want to look at your promotion.
Right.
And I'm like, if he could put that, yeah, he's by far the best. But if he could put that promotion, now the promotion might, and I feel like this is why a lot of battle rappers don't really promote, is because they don't want to let a lot of gems get away in a promotion that they would use in a battle.
That's proper. That's proper. Because some of the battle people there, some are better than others. Others are better than others in certain areas. But to me, they all kind of the same. It's just that some of them might have a better flow. Some of them might have a better performance. Some of them might have a better cadence. You know what I'm saying? Some of them have better wordplay. You know what I'm saying? But what we be looking for is the bars. We need fresh bars. We need stuff that's going to inspire us. Because we the ones listening. We the ones paying for it.
See, that's why I love the battle between, and I'm going to use that as my example. The Tay Rock versus Daylight battle. Like, to me, that's an example. Huh?
Awesome battle.
That was the battle right there that, you know, pretty much confirmed what I've been saying forever. Like, pretty much explain what I've been saying about Tay Rock. And when I asked, like I just asked the brother earlier, I don't know if he was listening earlier, when I asked the brother what his arsenal, well, no, not arsenal, but what his K-Shine said, like his coldest line, what is K-Shine? He said, well, and this is the answer that I always get when we talking about K-Shine. Well, it's not so much what he says, it's how he does it and how he says it.
Yeah, how he deliver it, he kind of remind me of Sue Surf a little bit.
Well, Sue Surf is actually dope. Sue Surf can actually rap. You know what I'm saying? The problem with Surf is Surf chokes a lot. He comes unprepared a lot.
Another Cicero.
You know, Surf actually can rap. I ain't gonna disrespect Surf. He just unprepared.
Oh,
But
no, was no disrespect. I love Surf.
Yeah. I know you wasn't. I was just saying I ain't gonna do it. You know, because some people take what I be saying sometimes literally.
Oh man, they need to grow up.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. But what do you think about? I want to ask you, what do you think about that Jag and Math battle? Like, how did you score it?
Well, because Math, he unpredictable to me. Sometimes he'll have a crappy battle, and other times he'll have an amazing battle. Jag, I felt like he was good, but I've seen better.
Yeah. So Bob, so round for round, who did you give it to?
I kind of had a tie because the last round was kind of sketchy for me.
So who you get it?
I gave it to Jag because I like his explosiveness.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The way how he came off and everything, it was beautiful.
Go back and look at that second round because Math was spazzing, but Jag first round was better than what people trying to give it credit for. It just seemed like, to me, they're being super, and they did it with Cassidy, but I'm not going to talk about that because Cassidy gave them all the reason to. He gave them all the reason to, but Jag, it just seemed like they're being critical with everything Jag do.
Yeah, because it seemed like, now this is my opinion, it seems like Jag is like two-timing Cass. Like, who helped Cass with the last round of that last battle? You know what I'm saying? How did you accept him with them bars? When the whole first two rounds that he spit was way better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I say this all the time to my cousins and all the time. I say it to them. Whoever's in this corner that's okay in them bars is the problem. Because because I don't care what nobody say. In these rap battles, some of these people that rap have writtens, but the ones that they have written be catered to the person in the battle. Some of the stuff that Cass was saying in that last battle wasn't really catered to the person.
I'm gonna tell you this. Like, I kind of beg to differ, but I agree from a standpoint of Jag. Now, from a standpoint of Jag, like, that's a whole different dynamic. Like, that's like your brother. Like, that's your friend.
Right.
So Jag should be able to tell Cassidy whatever he needs to tell Cassidy.
Right.
You You know, now from a standpoint of myself, who heard those bars as well, Danny Myers, who heard those bars, like people like that. Cassidy is the type of person, I'm letting you know off top. It's easy to say that shit, but Cassidy is the type of person where your opinion does not matter to him. And he said it multiple times. He just said it a whole bunch of times in interviews. Cassidy said a motherfucker, remember he said a person that's not making over 4 figures, 6 figures can't say shit to him?
Right. He said that facts. That's true.
Cassidy is coming in asking you your opinion on how you feel about it. Cassidy is not looking for you to critique. There's a difference between him and Jag. See, Jag, when they asked Jag, I believe it was maybe Cap. I mean, not Caps. It was, what's the name? 3 Letterman. 3 Letterman asked Jag that when people heard your bars, when they first heard your bars, did anybody tell you need to go back and straighten some things up? Jag said yes. And saluted Jag for being a real nigga and admitting he had, motherfucker told him to go back. And
we need more people like that.
Jag said yes. He said Aver told him the first time, go back and straighten it up. He said, but since then, niggas been liking it.
Right.
But Cassidy, you asked Cassidy that question.
Do you want the people to like it, or do you want it to be okay with the battle league?
Exactly. Because if Aver likes it, if Daylight likes it, if Danny Myers, you get where I'm going. If the battlers that have been doing this shit, if they the upper echelon of battle rap, because they know what the fuck they talking about, because they obviously still here and they some of the best that the Coffer got to offer. So if they like it, then they know the recipe to getting these fans going crazy.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, and Jag had some legit names too. He had Daylight, Danny Myers, Verb, them all top tier niggas. And those are real top tier niggas in the culture.
Yeah, and a lot of people sleep on Daylight.
Well, I think Daylight kind of slept on Daylight for a while. Daylight was sleeping on himself for a while.
Yeah, but when he came out and did his thing,
He destroyed Tay-Rock.
I had nothing to say bad about him.
He destroyed Tay-Rock. That was a 3-0, clear.
Oh yeah.
Body bag. And the funny thing is, that's why I said that battle has pretty much confirmed what I've been saying forever about the difference between niggas that got real bars that can really rap and niggas that impersonate battle rappers.
Right, because some niggas don't got no substance. Like when they can spit good, but it don't have no substance.
Like Tay-Rock could be like, slap your kid, slap your mother, drag them out the house. Like it's the way that they say it and how they do it, how they act it out. That niggas is like, damn, that shit was a bar. That shit wasn't no bar.
Right, it was just an act.
Yeah. So now y'all giving niggas points for acts. Like that's like a nigga getting a point for a crossover. Oh, you just crossed them over, so that's a point. Oh, you just put it behind your back. You just caught it with the hezzy, so that's a point. No, we don't get points.
If that's the case, AI will be the best person in the game.
Exactly. And all these niggas today that's crossing like Kyrie and AI be the greatest.
Man.
But this is what's going on. This is the stupid shit that's going on. And Smack don't give a damn because Smack is getting paid either way.
Man, Smack just the money man. He just there, all right, just hit these bars, make it look good for me.
Look at King Tally. Facts. Dropping pennies, whole room go crazy. Yeah. Niggas drop pennies and shit, try to fake like they hollow points and shit. Motherfuckers, my baby!
You ain't never lied.
Niggas looking like Jody, oh baby, boy, don't take away my baby.
Right? Ain't nothing happened to that boy.
That's why Sue Surf, when he battled against Lux, he said, man, he was hearing this echo. He was looking around the room. He ain't had that gas tank.
Right? There's nobody like that's when you know you good.
Mm-hmm.
If nobody can recite your lines and you still got the hype of the crowd, you the man.
Yeah. But this motherfucking, I'm looking forward. I'm really hyped about seeing Jag and Arsenal, man. I want to see that one. Because, and this is another thing.
I think Jag got him. I know this might be a little premature, but, yeah, I mean, I done seen majority of what Arsenal can bring, and I've seen some of his best stuff.
See, this is what I want to reiterate too with Jag. I mean, with Arsenal. Arsenal again is another one of these fake ass legends. Arsenal and in math are quite similar to each other. Now they have different styles, but as far as their level of ability, it's similar. You see what I'm saying? Because I keep hearing this legend talk. Like neither one of those niggas are legends. Like let's make that clear. And I want to make this clear. Like we gonna talk about it now. I want to make this clear. I want to make this shit clear because.
RJ Payne or Santos, some of the original underground folks that's been forgotten.
Yeah, but I want to make this clear because I don't want Jag to fall under that paradigm. Like I don't want and people that's after Jag or that's in the culture to fall under that same tricknology where you start thinking these niggas. See, Smack and all these dudes call these dudes legends because they don't know what the fuck to call them. They don't know what to call them. Yeah, so they'll label them because they've been around forever. They've been around since Lions Den. They've been around forever. So they don't know what to call these niggas. So they just call them legends. But the thing is, I don't want Jag to fall under that because Jag will be giving it his all, thinking that he really battling some real top tiers, some real legends.
Right.
When he really not. To me,
if he battles Sue Surf, he got a real battle on his hands. If he battle what's my man? Disaster. Definitely got a big problem on his hands. I even think Tay-Rock might give him a little work.
I'm gonna go here. Tay-Rock. Tay-Rock to me, Arsenal is not going. It's a good now. Don't get it fucked up. It's a good name to have on your resume. It's a very good name, especially when given the fact of what Arsenal just did to Cassidy.
True.
You know, some people would say what Cassidy did to himself, but what Arsenal just did to Cassidy, Arsenal did to Cassidy and Math is a good name to have too. So those are good, legit names to have on your resume, but those aren't names that's gonna really scare the culture. That's gonna really make no noise.
Right.
Now you be Geechee Gotti. Like now notice I can give Jag congratulations, but I never deemed Jag legit in the culture.
Yeah, because he was always Cass wingman.
No, not that. I'm talking about the fact that I don't consider Math a threat. I don't consider Arsenal a threat. I don't consider Shotgun Suge a threat.
I see where you're going with it. That's you right.
When you beat Geechee Gotti,
give him a definite battle.
Now again, don't get it twisted. Those are good names to have because again, for a nigga that ain't battled in around 15 years, over a decade, that's great. That's great to beat Math. Arguably, well, it's safe to say he beat Math now because majority of the people haven't beaten Math. So he beat Math on his first time, and then he may be battling Arsenal or Shotgun, depending on who he battled. Those are good names to have on your resume to build it up. That's just like when you're a boxer and you get some solid names, some decent names, but it's not an Earl Spence. It's not an Earl Spence. Yeah, it's not an Earl Spence or Danny Garcia or, you feel me? Like, it's not a Bud Crawford. Like, it's not nobody that people wildly respect. It's not a Devin Haney or a goddamn Javante Davis. Like, it's not nobody like that. It's a couple solid names, some Benavidez, and, it's a couple good names that just solid. You feel me? So that's how I feel about Jag. Jag getting some solid names that people out here posing as legends and posing as top tiers. Because when you trick a motherfucker like that, Jag start giving it his all against people he should not be. Well, you should give it your all against everybody. Not saying it in that sense, but you know what I mean. He giving it his all and going out thinking that he going against a legit legend, a legit top tier when he really not.
Right, he shouldn't be. My advice though, because I've seen so many good battle rappers fail.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first round, you should just throw some random just some random stuff out there. You know what I mean, just to feel them out.
Yeah.
Second round, you should start. You know what I mean, you did your homework in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to heat it up. By the third round, you should be smoking hot. This for any rapper that's in the battle league. Your first round should just be it's like a warm up for both rappers. This should be a warm up. Second round, y'all should start getting into each other.
But I wanted to ask you, right, not to cut you off, if you was to give Jag advice, watching, you seen all three of those rounds against Mav, right? Giving Jag advice moving forward.
With Mav, I would take it a little different.
No. Giving Jag advice moving forward, knowing that Jag is stepping in here, because he's not stepping in here like Jay the Nightwing and Swamp and all of them. He's not building it from the ground up. He's actually diving right into the deep end. So the thing is that you gotta show consistent improvement each time.
Exactly.
You gotta show big improvement each time out. So when Jag battle moving forward, knowing who the names that he may possibly battle, what advice would you give Jag, judging from that Mav battle? Like, what would he have to improve on to beat a, let's say, Hitman or somebody like that?
I would tell him, do more research.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure that your personals is solid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you go to deliver it, sometimes it's hard to do. Ignore the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And get your point across. You know what I'm saying? Because it is hard to do that shit when there's 1,000 motherfuckers yelling at you. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to ignore it, not just from the standpoint of this, that, and third, but the fact that the crowd, now I've seen this plenty of times, and I know we all have too, the crowd would throw your track of thought off.
Facts.
Like, you could be spazzing. You could be spazzing, and in the moment that the crowd say, go ahead.
I'm about to tell you this too. Now, this is what makes you a great MC.
What?
When you hear the crowd, and there's only a couple people that done it. Like Sue Surf, Cass done it in the past.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When the crowd is jumping like that, you can still hear them and they still get their stuff off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they still got their train of thought there. You know what I'm saying? The new way of doing things, I don't know, it's kind of messing a lot of rappers up.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of them can't just make that transition from the way they used to do things into a new way of things so quickly. Some people got to work into that.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows when they battle.
Yeah. What I thought Jag should have did, I'm going to go in what I thought Jag should have did and what Jag, to me, should do moving forward. What I thought Jag should have did was with Mav, is I thought he should have kept that tempo up of punching back to back and barring back to back. So when he was battling out of the gate, people like his first round so much because he was hitting. The energy was there. And Jag energy always gonna be there, but Jag energy was there, but he was hitting them with back to back punches and back to back bars.
Right.
That's how you beat Mav, because
toward the end.
What do you
keep that rolling?
And this is how Jag, you want to know the easy way you could beat Arsenal? The easy way you could beat people like Arsenal and like Mav, because they both have different styles, but they both of their styles, because they don't really have bars and they don't really
similar.
Yeah, this is why I love B Magic so much, because it didn't matter how much a nigga performed. It didn't matter what a nigga did. B Magic punches was always better than whatever another nigga did.
Right.
And his flow, all that.
He got more than one talent in the bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He not only perform, he got bars, he got delivery, which a lot of.
But that's what I was trying to say. When you Jag. But this is what I was trying to say, bro. When you Jag, right, you don't have. Jag has bars. Jag has punches. Right. Jag don't have to do all that personals, angles. He don't have to. Jag don't have to reach into, like, against a person like Mav. And that's another thing. You have to be aware of, your opponents, and like you said, do more research, but also not personal research, but research on, what they do when they do like basketball or football, like, getting like
review other
No, an analysis on who they going up against, like a breakdown on what attributes their opponents possess.
Right.
So you battling Math, you know Math is not a great bar dude. Like he said, you got bars like rapping like you hard like that, but you ain't really got them bars like that. He never had them bars like that. Math really never had bars. Math really don't have punches. Math is just a dude that, you know.
He got the one. He the dude that's laying in the cut with the one hitter quitter, and he waiting for that chance for you to open up, and he gonna hit you with it.
Math is like those dudes that stand in front of your building. You know, have you seen this before? Dudes that stand in front of your building, knowing you trying to get in the building, but they standing right there to get some type of energy out of you.
Right. yeah.
That's what Math is. That's what Math is.
Way to put it, because that's exactly just like I just said. With the one hitter quitter, just waiting in the back. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, waiting in the front, waiting on the energy. Same way.
Yeah. So with Math, you got to know how to maneuver. You got to know where to maneuver. So when you going against somebody like Math, see, people fuck up and you start doing all these extra things, thinking that's going to really get you on the top. Cassidy. Cassidy doing all these extra things, thinking that's going to get you over the top, but that's really taken away from your ability. That's really taken away from you.
And my thing on Cass is, if you think you're going to go up against Eminem, you definitely got to switch that style, my man.
Well, we can pretty much say that's out of the window right now. That's Eminem shit.
I'm pretty sure, along with the rest of us Cassidy fans out there, heard the man say this many times, that he waiting for that battle with him and Eminem. And to me, I don't think he ready yet.
I mean, we could question whether or not Cassidy was ready before, but we really know he ain't ready now.
Ready before, yes.
He really ain't ready now. He really ain't ready now. And the funny thing is, if Cassidy was still rapping the way he was rapping, this would be the best time to catch Eminem, because Eminem ain't rapping as good as he did when he was on that white girl.
Man.
When Eminem was on that white girl, Eminem was spazzing.
Eminem, for one, because I don't really like too many white rappers, and it's not a racist thing. It's just that they don't relate to some of the culture that we live, But Eminem, for some reason, he got it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you what Eminem has a great blend. He has a great blend of being white, embracing who he is, but also embracing our culture too, embracing who we are too.
Exactly.
And I haven't seen a white rapper that was able to do that yet. Like some white rappers, like what's your boy name that passed away? Mac Miller. Mac Miller was just too white. Mac Miller was never able to be, to embrace the blackness.
True that.
He was just too white.
Don't forget about Lil Pump.
Well, Lil Pump, is he white? I thought Lil Pump was always light skinned.
Shit. From what I know, I believe he to be white. If somebody can show me different, then I will change my opinion.
Well, if his father white, then he white.
That's definitely questionable. His music is questionable.
But what I was just saying though, right? If Jag would have to against Math, right? I know all of these niggas like the back of my hand. You battle Math, Jag needed to keep that tempo. When I listen to everybody that they give a breakdown on that battle, a recap, they always say Jag should have stuck to what he was doing the first and the second round.
Exactly. That's what I was saying earlier.
He didn't need to go there. Jag didn't need to go there. And now niggas is talking about it wouldn't even been a debatable. It'd have been a clear 30 across the board if Jag would have just kept that same back to back. And this is what he gonna have to do. So let's say if Jag was to battle Hitman, right? Hitman is the best performer, one of the best, if not the best performer in battle rap history.
Yeah.
So the thing is, Hitman is already going to get the crowd because niggas know what he can perform. Right. So he gonna already, and then Hitman is another 85%, and I'm being generous. 85% of battle rap. Well, I'll just give it the benefit of the doubt because you do got Danny Myers, Daylight, Paste, people like that.
You got your ones that can spit bars.
Yeah, so 75% of battle rap
is performance, right?
Is 75% Well, yeah, 75% of battle rap is performance. The other half is the niggas that really can rap. That really got bars. You know what I'm saying? So majority of these dudes, and that's why B Magic was so successful. And B Magic would still be successful if he wasn't choking. That's his only problem. Because most of these niggas can't rap. If you can out rap these niggas and get the crowd going ballistic, now it's only maybe 2 or 3 New Jersey twerks. You know, niggas that can actually rap and actually got the performance too. You see what I'm saying? So you got New Jersey twerk, Briz Rothstein, niggas that actually got bars and shit like that and can rap but can perform their ass off. K-Shine is just performance. He's just performance.
Tay-Rock can do it too.
Tay-Rock is kind of hybrid. He's kind of hybrid. Because, but more on the performance side, because Tay-Rock is another one of those niggas that just can really is really what he's saying, what he's doing.
He got some punches.
Yeah, he a hybrid. He kind of a hybrid. Tay-Rock kind of a hybrid. But Jag, if you battling a nigga like Hitman, you need to understand your opponents. That's one thing I would give to Jag. One advice that I would give to him. You need to understand your opponent. And if Jag understand his opponents and what his opponents is bringing, everything else is going to fall in line because Jag has the skills. He possessed the skills to pretty much do whatever he want to do. But he has to know who he's going against.
Right.
So like you play on you play on 2K. You know when you going against Ben Simmons, you know he can't shoot out of a wet paper bag.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So when you go against Ben Simmons, you know, like early years LeBron, when LeBron couldn't shoot, and Jason Terry and all them niggas used to back up and take away the paint and just let him shoot.
Right.
That's what you do with Mav. Mav coming in, Mav ain't got no bars like that. He don't have no punches, at least back to back. He don't have no punches, no room rockers, no real room rockers or haymakers. He don't have that. He might have a couple now. We could take it to the back like Jazzy Jeff, shit like that. He got those couple good joints, but his couple good joints, when it all add up, when it's all said and done, ain't gonna be able to fuck with all the motherfucking bars you had and all the punches you had. So when you go,
with Jag, like I'm telling you, I feel like Jag can be one of the best in the league. He just got to be real consistent. He got the bars. He got the info. I mean, it's all in his delivery now. It's all about how he bring it to the battle.
Mm-hmm. So now
he can't choke because like what he just showed, you can't choke.
Mm-hmm.
Because now if you choke, you're gonna get the greatest disappointment ever because everybody's riding with you.
No, don't get this straight. Now let's get this straight right now. And I hope Jag is listening to this. Or if he not listening, I hope somebody tell him. Now let's get this shit straight. Jag is going to get everybody he battled moving forward very, very best. And I'm going to tell you why. We just seen with Mav. That was one of the best Mav Hoffers. Now, the reason why Jag is going to get everybody very, very best because nobody wants to lose to the new guy on the block. Nobody wants to be that one like Mav, looking like Mav, going around trying to make excuses as to why he lost to a nigga that ain't battled in over a decade. You see what I'm saying? Nobody wants to feel that feeling. On top of battling the nigga that's attached to Cassidy.
Yeah.
And what Cassidy did. So nobody wants to have that.
Don't have no corny rappers though. That's one thing about the bull. He never had no corny rappers in his corner.
So Jag is going to get everybody's best. He's going to get everybody best. And Jag cannot afford, as you just said, to choke or do anything of that nature. Because if he does that, if Jag chokes, it's over.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm talking about now. He could do a slight choke or something, and if he really killing shit, because I done seen battle rappers, choke and still come back and win, choke and still get that shit back. But if it's like a New Jersey twerk choke or a goddamn what's his name, Sue Surf choke, he done. Jag is done. He cannot choke at all.
He better not, man, cause I fucks with Jag. I've been fucking with Jag since he was fat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I like this style. You know what I'm saying? It's different from Cass, but it's almost similar because he raps with punches. So
slight stumble, you alright. A slight choke, you okay. But a bad choke, Yeah. He got more support than Cassidy had.
Facts.
There's people out here that love Jag. Like, it's niggas that's going at people for Jag. Like Sway 7 and them was biased and hating yesterday. You see how many people in that comment section talking about, oh, them niggas hating. They trying to save Math. Niggas was coming to Jag rescue.
Man, because they know what was real. We all know what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And shoot, Jag just got to keep up the good work. He got my thumbs up on him. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what these niggas don't understand. Just like calling your own shot. It's a gift and a curse. What niggas don't understand, it's not personal. It's business. It's always business. It's not personal. At the end of the day, if I'm promoting Jag and Jag is promoting himself, and that's the thing that comes with that great A1 promo. That's what comes with that, is when you don't back it up, you look foolish. You look delusional.
Exactly.
What did Mav say before him and Jag battle? What did Mav say? Mav said, man, sometimes...
He had it in the bag.
No, listen what Mav said about that. Mav said, when you come out here and talk all that shit, you know, and you look bad at the end. It look embarrassing at the end if you don't back it up. So it looks great. The promotion looked great. Like, people laughing, people enjoying it, but it don't look good. That's just like if you cross a nigga up on the court, you mix him up, he fall, niggas it's like, oh, but you got to finish the shot.
If you miss the shot and he get the rebound,
it was all for nothing.
Yeah.
Then you just a nigga with handles. That's what separates the Kyrie Irvings from the professors and shit like that.
Exactly.
Nigga, you got handles like a motherfucker, but nigga, this nigga got handles and he got legit game. But Jag, that's the one advice that I would give to Jag, is you gotta start knowing your opponents.
Right.
When you battle Mav,
wait, bro. Thing too, a lot of the industry rappers do mess up doing this too. They don't even do the research on none of the battle rappers or underground rappers because they feel as though I already got the bag, my stardom is here, I don't really gotta do too much. No, you gotta work just like them boys work in that battle rap arena too. And so you better do your research because they'll tear y'all industry boys apart.
Mm-hmm. See the thing with Jag what separates, and I thought this was Cassidy, it is kind of is, but it separates Jag from everybody else is that Jag has so many, he could rap. This nigga could really, he has so many fucking rounds. Like, niggas don't even know, Jag got rounds for Hitman, Jag got rounds and shit for niggas now. You see what I'm saying? Like, Jag raps so much, he got so much raps and so many rounds that he could battle a nigga live in real time and scratch this shit out mid-round. He could scratch this shit out and be like, you know what? That's not necessary. Let me go ahead and go this other route. You feel me? That's not really necessary. So that's what he need to start doing when he battling these niggas. So when you going against Mav and niggas is already cheering for you in the second, in the first and the second, you need to be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and throw that Kiki shit away and let me continue to hit this nigga with punches and bars.
And you know something crazy too about Jag? A lot of people probably don't remember that Jag was been a feared battle rapper since before Lil Snoop died.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers didn't want to even battle the man. They was putting up money and everything. They didn't want to battle the man. So now that you got your chance, Jag, you gotta show and prove, man. You can't let us down. Yeah,
Michael Master just said Jag didn't need crazy amounts of water breaks. I like that. He came ready to work. Jag don't need none of that shit. He don't need none of that shit because Jag is a real rapper. See, them niggas, that's all tactics. When them battle rappers going water breaks, they trying to remember they shit.
Right.
They trying to, when them niggas they relying on the crowd. That's why people came to me. You know how many people came to me and was like, Double R, you know, these niggas looking bad with this quarantine rap. With this quarantine shit, they looking bad. I say because they ain't got that crowd. They don't have that shit to fall back on when they forget they shit, or when they shit don't sound or hitting as hard or sound as potent.
Right. So this goes back to what I was saying about bars versus performance.
Mm-hmm.
Performance is just an act. If you got bars, and a lot of the new battle rapper listeners need to understand that bars outweigh anything that you perform.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're put together correctly and they're understandable, then you got yourself a good battle rap.
Mm-hmm. And the scary part about it is
the performance would just be just a little extra, you know.
Yeah. See, and this is what I want battle rappers to do, like you just mentioned earlier. Instead of going into battles thinking I don't have to do so much because my opponent ain't that good, because you might get surprised. But the reason they should, instead of doing that, they should go in there with some shit prepared, just like I was just saying about Jag, that if a motherfucker isn't seeming like when, let's say for instance, when Loaded Lux battled Sue Surf. Sue Surf came in there and right out of the gate he choked, he stumbled. Shit like that, you could go ahead and beat him with the rough draft now.
Right. You ain't even gotta go hard.
You ain't gotta go hard. So that's what Jag is going, in my personal opinion, that's what Jag is gonna have to learn how to do now. He's gonna have to learn how to hold some shit back depending on who he battling and how they battling. And he gonna have to maybe add some shit depending on, cause see, some you might get a battle rapper like Lux or like Verb or like Danny, but these niggas rounds are loaded. Their shit like loaded dice. They shit loaded. When they rap, you gonna have to have
come out with something because they unpredictable.
Yeah, and the thing with Jag has the ability. Like somebody asked me, I think it was Kenneth. Kenneth asked me, why do you think Calico couldn't beat Loaded Lux? So how could Jag beat Loaded Lux? I said Jag can beat Loaded Lux because Jag rap better than Loaded Lux and Calico. He rap better than both of them niggas. But with Jag, it's a matter of putting it all together.
Right.
You're not just gonna be able to beat Loaded Lux with just rapping alone. You're gonna have to put it all together.
Yep, you gotta perform. You gotta hit your bars.
Jag is, now that Jag is in battle rap, Jag is the best rapper in battle rap, period. He's the best rapper. I'm talking about pure rapper. You see what I'm saying? He's the best rapper. A lot of people say, well, Daylight, you got Daylight. But I'm telling you, in my personal opinion, Daylight not better than Jag. I'm talking about from a Jag is more, Jag got levels. He got different dimensions he can go into when he rap. Like Daylight do too, but Daylight just talk about a whole bunch of, spiritual shit going on in the world and shit like that. Like, but Jag can go into talking about dope shit that we like. Talking about fucking
versatile with it.
Yeah, he's versatile. You feel me? Jag is the type of person where he'll have, like Drake fans and Kendrick Lamar fans and people like that liking the way he rap because he just rapping about shit that we like. Daylight will rap about, exposing the corporate world and shit like that. You feel me? So that's the thing. So Jag is to me the best rapper, but that's in battle rap. That's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be.
He gonna need a little bit of performance, not much.
See, if he battle Hitman, right? Just like the same way with Math, we know that if you battle Hitman, no matter what you're gonna do, Hitman is gonna outperform you. He's gonna be better than you in performance.
He gonna pull something out the hat. He is good for that shit.
But with Hitman, when you battle Hitman, you have to keep punching him and barring him to death, choking him with those punches, choking him with those bars. Every time he come with the performance and he get that crowd going, you're going to have to take that crowd back with punching his motherfucking head off and barring him up. Because if you go in there, and this is why I said, according to that Mav battle, Jag is not ready for none of the real top tiers. I'm not talking about Mav and Arsenic. Those niggas.
I think he can go up against them, but he need like maybe a practice round with him.
I'm talking about going against him and actually winning and winning clear.
Yeah, because I don't think right now is the good time for him yet.
Jag can go toe to toe with anybody right now, but I'm talking about winning. Like we coming in here with the win.
We on the same page.
Yeah, and he just to me, according to that math, now I may be wrong. He said that was my first disappointment with Cass. His immediate need for water after his. He said that was my first disappointment with Cass. His immediate need for water after his first several lines in the verse. Yeah. See, Cassidy talks so much. Well, my disappointment with Cassidy is how he started pushing this, I ain't gonna do what them niggas do, but then he in their pocket tapping niggas and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cassidy gotta stop with that. That's another thing. You gotta stop with that perpetrating and that faking and shit.
Hell, he just gotta come in there. Like I said, we've been seeing a lot of Barry, Adrian Reese. We've been seeing a lot of Cassidy the Hustler. We even seen Mr. Chicken.
Mm-hmm.
But we never seen
the problem. Mm-hmm.
This is where all of us Cassidy fans is gonna be happy if he go back to that personality.
And the thing is, the thing that Cassidy have on his side, Cassidy can fuck up in 2 more battles moving forward. But if Cassidy have that one battle,
like I don't even care. Even if they said Cassidy lost, that's cool. Because you got so many wins, my nigga.
No, not even that. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if Cassidy can lose his next couple battles, but if he have that one battle where he just show what we've been waiting for, everybody gonna forget all of that shit. I'm telling you.
Facts.
Cassidy is the only nigga in battle rap that can fuck up, but then show that one time that he's still that same Cassidy, and everybody gonna be like, man, fuck that. He back.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be the time when we least expecting it. It's gonna be against somebody that least expected.
Right.
Or it may not be there. It may not be there.
We ain't gonna really get to see it.
We're not gonna get to see it, but we really not gonna get to see it because Cassidy got these yes men.
Yep.
Because they telling him what he doing is good and still walking around, saying he still won and shit like that. So Cassidy gonna continue to rap like this. Like, I really thought Cassidy, because he watching how Jag is doing, I thought that shit was gonna spark something in him, which it seemed to do, but it sparked the same Cassidy.
He need to get that problem back, because that was the spazzing cast.
BX said Cassidy need water for those dry ass bars. He funny as shit. He sound too old, man. He sound too old. Like, when he rapping, I'm like, Cassidy, that shit would have and it's so funny because even the 15-year-old Cassidy would beat this Cassidy.
This is what I'm saying. The problem. This is my point right here.
Yeah. You're right.
The problem is the very first cast that was the best Cassidy we've ever heard that can battle rap. Not the best Cassidy for songs and all that, but the best battle rap Cassidy. The same battle rap Cassidy, that battle rap Freeway, that was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't Cassidy the Hustler, that wasn't Barry Adrian Reese, and that wasn't Mr. Chicken.
And then Cassidy ain't even got to come out and say what he did wrong. As long as Cassidy come out and be the Cassidy we know, all is going to be forgotten.
Man, he got this in the bag. I mean, I'm hoping that he probably doing this to let other niggas in before he come in and shut the shit down. Because he's capable of doing it.
Hey, they going in. King Tally said a time machine won't help Cass outdated bars. BX said he said battle rap is not.
Cass listener too. You know what I'm saying? He need to update them traits.
BX said he said battle rap is not for Cassidy. Just walk away. LOL. I mean, it is gonna come a point though, bro. Like, when is it gonna be the point where for you actually say, okay, he need to stop? When is it gonna be that point? You gonna give him one more chance?
I want to see him battle somebody that makes him try.
I want to get the person that's gonna make him try. You know who will make Cassidy try? You know who I think will actually make Cassidy go the fuck off? Or at least make Cassidy feel some type of way after he get his ass whooped? Is Rum Nitty. Because the thing is that Cassidy, he birthed this. What made me a diehard B Magic fan is because Cassidy started that back-to-back punching. He started that style. So when I first heard B Magic, I was like, damn, this nigga punching like shit. That shit crazy. And then it had me think, huh?
So you might be on to something with that.
When I was thinking about that, Cassidy needs to go back to punching. He need to go back to where it all started, when he go against Rum Nitty and Rum Nitty get to punching his head off with them punchlines, Cassidy might start diving back into them punches and be like, nah, nigga.
Snap out of it. I'm telling you, he gonna snap out of it.
Cassidy gonna be like, nah, nigga, I can punch too. Cause you know how you on the court with a nigga and a nigga think he could dribble or he think he could really play and you like, man, let me show this nigga I really do this shit too. You see what I'm saying? Like Cassidy gonna show this nigga like, this is where you got it from.
Like disaster battle, we saw. Like I can, from honestly reviewing that one, I can say that we saw part of the problem in the disaster battle, but it wasn't fully. It was like he was creeping out.
I think we seen a glimpse of the problem versus Good in that first round.
Right, like I don't know, like he need to snap back out of that shit. Whatever funk he in, he need to snap out of that shit.
Hey, my shit was like when he was like, my shit was like when he was like, they front like they got your back, Goods. I played Swear to God with your homie Charlie Clips, and he couldn't swear to God his father wasn't a rat, Goods. I was like, oh my goodness, Cassidy about to go in. Cassidy going in.
Man. I'm saying the poor guy, I don't know. Maybe he need to get rid of some of his yes men, something, because his career gonna go down the tube.
Yeah, and he thinking like this. This is the Mr. Chicken you talking about. He thinking like this. Niggas gonna still support me. Niggas gonna still like me. When you going with that mentality, no. Niggas still no. He gonna get people because it's gonna be people that it's gonna be people that just off of his namesake, and it's gonna be people that just for entertainment. You know, we living in a world where people are entertained by dumb shit because you'll have channels. We talking real shit right now. But you'll have 1 million people that's going to go listen to other videos talking bullshit because they entertained by the bullshit. So Cassidy is going to have people coming in there entertained by him failing, by him fucking up.
He going to get enough for that.
They going to come in there to laugh and to make jokes about him. There ain't nobody coming in there and Cassidy going to be like, I don't give a fuck because I'm making money anyway. The joke is on him because I'm making money. No, the joke is on you because this is your legacy.
Because you watching you destroy your legacy that you built.
You knew when I knew Cassidy was off when they asked him about Arsenal blowing smoke in his face and he was just like, yeah, he blew smoke in my face, but I smoke all the time, so it don't matter. I'm like, come on, Cassidy.
Oh no, you can't. Like, I know it wouldn't have been professional, but he should have stolen or something.
Yeah, I mean. No, if Cassidy would have stole Arsenal, that would have bought him more time.
Man.
Because I heard Arsenal came in and took the nigga dressing room and all that shit.
Oh, he's something like that.
Came and took his dressing room. Cassidy and them came in there. And he said, this is my dressing room. Slide.
That's crazy.
So Arsenal already defeated you with the mental game before y'all even stepped into the ring.
Oh, man. It wouldn't have been no battle.
I said, no wonder Arsenal came out here smiling and shit. The fans was booing them and all that shit. They was booing Arsenal. I said, no wonder he came out here smiling. Like he a kid in the candy store and shit. Because he knew he had Cassidy mentally.
Right.
Remember Cassidy was in the face-off and Cassidy started talking about, I'm feeling uncomfortable because I can't smoke and all that shit. Mm-hmm. I said, man, it's something. But smacking him was very strategic because they watched how Cassidy did Goods. He was punking Goods.
Right.
So they was like, you know what? We gonna get somebody that's gonna intimidate him. That's the only reason, and these niggas can lie if they want to, but that's the only reason why a lot of niggas wanted to see that battle. They wanted to see Arsenal get up under Cassidy's skin because Cassidy was talking too crazy.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like you said before, you gotta back up your shit. You can't say that you're a tough guy and then tough guy shit get brought into your face and you act like a sheep.
So it's what Cassidy say. He said, if they said, what happened if Arsenal do this as in the third? Cassidy said, Arsenal can bump me and shit like that because that's a part of battle rap. But this is Cassidy words. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cassidy said, but if Arsenal hit me, if Arsenal grab on me, he said, shit gonna go left and then my right gonna come out.
And he didn't do a goddamn thing. Only thing he did was like stop the man from shaking him. Or whatever the hell that was. That
like, you let this nigga blow smoke in your face?
Waiting for Cass to throw the right. I swear I really was. I was like, Cass gonna swing on this ball or something. And you gonna let everybody break it up? I would have been jumping over top of heads or something.
Now watch what happens. Now watch the difference. And remember when Arsenal told Cassidy in the face off, he said, man, you a little ass nigga. Look at your little ass hands. Now watch the difference when Arsenal go against Jag. Watch the difference.
Jag got big ass hands.
Jag is bigger than. Look, you seen how Jag towered over top of Math?
That nigga Jag. Now, hold me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But Jag is known for knocking niggas out.
Yeah, I guess so.
Allegedly.
But we know this for sure. Jag is going to be bigger than majority of his opponents. Anytime you going in and you make a big ass nigga like Math look like a little ass boy,
Yeah.
he was towering over Math. He was looking down at Math.
But Math got socked by A-Rab.
Yeah, you see, that's even worse.
So he already had to build a comeback from that. So
Now he got to build a comeback from what happened with
he
Jag.
got to build a comeback from Jag. I mean, I don't know, man. Oh yeah, I do want to ask you this too. Since we talk about Math, that battle with Method Man, my bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I believe Method tore him apart.
I need to see more out of Method.
Yeah, because that was light work.
And to me, I believe that shit was like edited, like real good. Real good edit.
You think so?
Yeah, that shit wasn't really raw. That wasn't a raw. And then that was a 1-rounder, and then it was a short 1-rounder.
Right.
So,
it was too short.
and then again, he was battling Math. So I got to see Method Man battle. What would be a good battle for Method Man if you had to pick out of the litter?
For Method, a good battle.
I like to see that one. That's one battle I like to see DNA battle.
Damn. Yeah, DNA could mix with him.
I want to see DNA do his shit one time. What's the shit DNA be doing?
Briz Ross thing probably can get with him.
What's that shit DNA be doing? His little slogan he do.
Oh shit.
That should be funny as shit. Something you are not ready or some shit he be saying. Get that shit the fuck out of here or some shit he be saying. That should be funny as shit.
Yeah, it's right on tip of my tongue.
But I love to see DNA could be a good one. I don't want to see Method Man against none of the young niggas like twerking them. Nah, that shit get ugly.
I don't even know if anybody if Method come the way how he really comes.
You know would have been
Ain't too many people that I know that can really mix with him on that level.
But
I say that no one can't.
But you know what though? I'd have been.
I would say maybe Ross Fiend.
Nah.
Or Daylight.
Nah. Those are bad comeback battles because them niggas gonna destroy Method Man. I'm telling you now. They gonna destroy both of them. They gonna destroy him. I'm telling you now. Method Man rap too slow too. He rap too slow. He got to go against a DNA or somebody like that. You feel me? Like,
I don't know, man.
I'd like to see Method Man and E Ness or Method Man and Reed Dollars. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, that'd be a nice.
That's more his lane right there. Like, nah, Daylight Briz, nah. I like to see Briz and the battle I want to see for real was Briz and Twerk. That's the battle I want to see. I want to see Briz and Twerk. That shit gonna be crazy.
That'd be a joke and joy. It might pop off like that.
But see, I'm glad because of those names that Jag was supposed to battle. I'm glad after judging what I seen from Math, although that was good enough for Math, and this is what I'm trying to tell Jag. If Jag would have rapped like that against Clips, he probably would have got 30. If he'd have rapped like that against Av, he probably would have got 30. You see what I'm saying? So I'm glad he didn't get those names out of the gate because, a lot of people say, well, he would have rapped different against those guys. But the way he was rapping Not what he was saying, but the way he was doing it. That shit wouldn't have worked against Clips.
Right.
Because you would have to the battle somebody.
Clips gonna come with the street stuff all the time.
And the thing is, what people were saying so much about Jag third round, it was how Jag did the third round. Clips would have took that third round and made that shit into something special. You see what I'm saying? Clips is just that type of nigga where he isn't the greatest this and greatest that, but Clips is just very good at everything. He's not great at everything, but he's good at everything.
Word.
So the thing with
bring the best out of a person that he battling.
I would have loved to see Pasté do that third round. Pasté would have probably cooked Math in that third round with that shit. But the thing is with clips, you're gonna have to bring some clips. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want Jag to do. When Jag was rapping, I'm like, that first round was your best round, but you need to have even more punches. Like you need to have even more room rockers. You need to have even more. Like you can't. That's just a small sample size. You feel me?
Clips bring out the bangers.
Because these niggas is going extra. I know Jag was like, man, I had more though. He said I had more. But even the more that you had that we heard the other 16 is not going to be able to cut it against niggas like Clips. You're going to have some, like, you know when Jag said that my whole life is a sick day?
Right.
That he going to have a bunch of those.
Exactly. Because, like I said before, you're going to have to do your research on these rappers, man. Everybody's not going to be easy to defeat.
Nah, hell no.
You got to beat everybody in their element.
And that's why I said stop listening to that Math, Arsenal, and then my legends. Stop listening to that. Because when you go against a real legend, a real top 10, they gonna show you the difference. They gonna show you the difference.
That's why I know that Cass ain't really ready to come back fully to the rap.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Cassidy will probably get 30 by Don Marino. You see what I'm saying? Cassidy will probably get 30 he'll definitely get 30 by Swamp.
Because there's some bros in this league, man, that's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And Cass can't be coming with that swag he coming with. He got to be Mr. Problem. He can't beat them other niggas.
The day we get that Cassidy we want is the day that Cassidy actually sit there in his studio, wherever he at, and be like, you know what? I'm about to start doing my real research. I'm about to really start listening to these niggas and taking this shit seriously.
Right, because I don't think he's taking anything serious.
No, he's not.
Taking it all as, I'm still Cass, the man.
And niggas gonna follow me. I'm not following no niggas. They gonna follow me.
And the new niggas gonna need to hear more shit from you because it's a new wave. So now you gotta create a new wave to mend in with the wave. It's your own wave.
See, what I do is when I talk about Jag, when I talk about Cassidy, when I talk about any battle rapper or any person for that matter, is to bring the very best. You know, the only way you could talk to black people is like this. This is the only way you could talk to black people. We only get it one way. We only get threats. What my teacher told me back in the 4th grade, he said black people only understand threats and money. You can only talk to black people like this. You can't talk to them like, oh, go in there and you'll get it next time. You'll do it. Just was a little mishap. There's a little mishap this time. You can't do that.
So like, nigga, you fucked up. You need to switch your whole shit around.
That shit was garbage.
Right? We is not gonna be gentle with it.
See, a lot of these new millennials don't understand because these motherfuckers ain't really had no real role models in their life. No real motherfucking examples.
Right. A lot of the real OGs is either dead or gone.
See, a lot of their examples is NBA Youngboy and what's his name, Black Youngster and Kevin Gates and all these stupid ass niggas. That's they black.
Niggas doing.
Yeah, that's their examples though. That's why these young niggas, when I be talking like how I be talking, you be talking like how you be talking. When the real niggas be talking, these young niggas it's like a foreign language to them. They start getting emotional because the bitch is coming out of them. The feminine side is coming out of them. Like, I expect women to act like that. Like, I expect women to feel some type of way about structure. Women get mad about structure.
to a lot of men out there, but from what I've been seeing in the last decade, a lot of women are more manlier than the men.
Yeah, and that's a problem too.
That's a
fact. That's a fact though, but that's a problem.
Like, what happened to the man? What happened to masculinity? Like, motherfuckers want to be dressing like bitches and shit now.
You know what? That's the real problem. Outside of, to me, I told you the basis of the problem in the black community is the fake ass street niggas, the homosexuals, and the goddamn women acting like men, and women out here being scandalous. You see what I'm saying? So you got women out here playing the men role when they really should be playing the role of the helpmeet and support the man, and then you got the men out here following after the women when they should be leading the motherfucking women. Think about it. Look at this. Women are out here getting paid over $1 million something on OnlyFans from thirsty ass niggas. That be nigga. Females got channels monetizing off talking like men and got men supporting their channels. No man should be following after no fucking woman. The woman's supposed to follow the man.
This is where I said, where is the masculine?
But that's the problem. You have is mixed up. You have men being women and women being men. That's the way the white man wanted, so he could push his agenda. I bet you, I guarantee you this: ain't no white woman coming in no white man house telling him what the fuck to do. Ain't no Chinese woman coming in a Chinese man house telling them what the fuck to do. You know,
that's crazy. You know, this is everywhere. We are the only race of people where the woman and the man does not get along.
Yeah. And the women and the man, the woman
want to be the man.
Yeah. Because women want to be men because women don't want to listen to structure. They don't want to have to deal with structure.
Right.
See, women, what they want would come. They want what comes with being a wife, but they don't want the responsibility. So they want the fucking wedding dress and the ring and the cars and all of the shit, the material shit. But they don't want the responsibilities. They don't want the responsibilities. So instead of having the responsibilities, they rather be alone. Yeah, and be on their own and be like, fuck men. So they won't have to deal with the responsibilities. And a lot of men ain't fit to really lead. A lot of niggas ain't fit to lead.
Exactly.
Cause how the fuck, like I told my brother, I got a little baby brother and I got a brother that's a year younger than me. And I told him, like, how the fuck you gonna expect your woman to respect you when it's two women in the house? Ain't nobody being a man.
Right.
Two women can't, like it can't equate to nothing.
Exactly.
You got to establish who the fuck the man is. Two women, that's why women can't be around each other. That's why most of the women you talk to say they don't got women friends, because women can't be around each other too long.
Exactly.
But when you got two women, what happens when you got feminine energy in the room? Just feminine energy with no masculine energy.
Oh, you're going to have gossip, you're going to have all
a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing about dumb shit.
Exactly.
But guess what? Guess what a real man will do? Guess what a real man is do? Okay, you don't like it, there's a door. See you the fuck later. Bye. Because I ain't got time for it. I got somebody waiting in line, waiting for you to get out of line so they can jump in line. But yeah, that's the problem, man. And we seeing this shit with battle rappers. Like, we seeing this shit with Tay Rock. We seeing this shit with Mav. We seeing these. Like, Mav is still salty about that third round. But it's not really, this is what people don't understand, it's not really about that third round, bro. It's about him not doing his due diligence. That's what it's really about. He's trying to make it seem like it's something that is not. Mav ain't mad about that third round. It's about Mav underestimating Jag.
Yeah,
that's what it's about.
Jag didn't have the criteria. Jag ain't battle rapping over 15 years. So he's just like Cass. He ain't been here in a while. We're going to eat him up too. That's what he thought.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, was he wrong.
Yeah, he was definitely wrong. And I hope everybody else is on, and this is what Jag don't understand. Well, Jag do understand. and I hope he understands that Jag is going to get everybody's very best moving forward. Because to contrary to what most believe, Calico deemed Jag a battle rapper in the culture. They don't feel that way. They don't feel that way. They're going to say that to hope Jag let his guard down.
He better not let it down.
He bet not go in this motherfucker thinking that he's actually a part of the culture. Because here's the thing. Jag is a pioneer of the culture. Jag was around before these niggas was around. So you don't need that. You don't need that validation.
Exactly.
All you need to do is focus on how you gonna break every last one of these niggas apart. And
Key
it's,
point,
huh?
never lose the focus.
Mm-hmm. Say that again, bro. Say that shit again.
Never lose the focus.
And what is the focus?
Your main objective to coming into a battle rap is to destroy your opponent.
And to be the very best.
And, yeah, exactly.
But to be the very best, you're going to have to understand your opponent, and you're going to have to understand that it's levels that certain battle rappers can go to. There's levels that they're going to go to ensure them the victory.
What makes you a better battle rapper is if you can destroy the other rapper in their own element. Like, for example, say if you got a battle rapper that's crowd-based. If you take that man's crowd away from him, he has no win on you. He can't. He got to work on getting his shit back. And if you got bars along with that, you totally got him worked off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have to switch his whole game plan up.
Mm-hmm. See, we're about, Clown just came on just now. Talking about Jag got you looking this way and the third. This is the thing. I'm not here for all that. What y'all niggas here for, I'm not here for all that. We here to try to make battle rap great again. Fuck making America great again.
Jag as like
A backdrop.
an example.
A backdrop.
Because of what he did in the last battle is what we should see from most of these battle rappers. If not all of them.
See, we using Jag as not only just an example, but we telling Jag straight out what he needs to do. Because again,
we can't get big-headed. None of the other battle rappers can get big-headed because you never know what the other person got hit.
but what did you just say, bruh? Stay what?
Gotta stay in focus.
Stay
Gotta keep
focused.
it focused. Once a rapper loses his focus, it's game over. It's a wrap.
Game over. Stay focused. Inside of the ring and outside of the ring. Go ahead.
It's just like a fight. You know what I'm saying? You got two opponents. You know what I'm saying? If the one opponent gets into the head of the other one, the whole fight is blown because you know every move. You know everything they're going to do. So you're going to come with rebuttals. You're going to come with counter punches. You're going to come with bars. You know what I'm saying?
And another thing I want to say too with Jag too, I hope he's gonna be listening. Don't focus. I'm glad Jag is separating himself, but I would simmer down on really answering these Cassidy questions, because when you do that, you giving niggas angles. You giving niggas angles because they feel like, just like with Mav, they know that Kiki shit is fuck with Mav. It fuck with Mav. So niggas is gonna keep using that. I want Jag to let that Cassidy, anytime niggas say something about Cassidy, ignore it, move on to the next question, or do something to get out of it, because when you showing that you care about that right now, at least in the open, you could care about it behind the scenes. But if you care about that shit in the open, a lot of battle rappers are watching potential matchups. They are watching and they like, okay, every time people mention Cassidy, that seems to get to him. That seems to fuck with him. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna find a clever way. And one thing about battle rappers, people spoke how horribly, or kind of distasteful the third round was with Jag and Mav. I know a million battle rappers. Well, I'm exaggerating, but I know a lot of battle rappers that would have taken that third round and turned that shit into something special. Now Jag did it something special in a way of how it affected his opponent, but the way Jag said it, it wasn't really impacting. The things that he said wasn't impacting. It was the way that he said it that affected his opponent. But you gotta affect your opponent, and he gotta master the art of affecting his opponent and affecting the listeners. He didn't affect the listeners. He just affected his opponent. And Charlie Clips, Pat Stay, just to name a couple, would have took that third round and turned that shit into one of the greatest rounds ever. So when you going against, so when you going and when you talking about Cassidy, or when niggas is mentioning Cassidy and niggas is sitting back watching, like if you battle Clips or if you battling Arsenal is one person, because let's be honest, Arsenal know he can't fuck with you rapping wise. He know he can't fuck with you with that. So they'll use that in a battle. And most niggas, the point I was trying to make, a lot of niggas can use. You seen what Mav did? You wouldn't be known if it wasn't for Cassidy shit. A lot of niggas would take that angle and do that way better than Mav did it.
Right.
So
just like Arsenal did, even though nobody want to say it, but what Arsenal brought to Cass was the same thing that Disaster did. He just did it in his way.
Mm-hmm. Cassidy took Disaster whole style and just like, to me, he beat him with that alone.
Right. Now that was called performance right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's performance. Now, had he had that same energy with Arsenal, it wouldn't have been too much we could say about it. This wouldn't even be a discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But since the man let him yoke him up on stage,
give me one of those Apple things. Yeah.
But my respect goes to both.
And this is what I want to build.
I want rappers. I respect all you guys. You know what I'm saying?
And this is what I want to build. I want to build my channel off of. I want to build my channel off of, like, keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, keeping it real and helping the battle rappers into being the best version of themselves. You know, because this is so much that's been going on in battle rap. Is too much. Like, even with Piper Boy and Vada Fly, Jay, it's too much coddling going on. It's too much telling motherfuckers that they doing something that they not. It's too much lying going on in battle rap. It's too much catering. It's too much, I'm not going to say a certain thing to a certain person because I want to keep my connection going. Like, that's bullshit.
In battle rap, it should be all, like, we should still be, like, gentlemen, even the women that battle rap too, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The people that battle rap should go in there, no holds barred, and still be able to walk away from the battle and be cool with each other.
Yeah.
Because all it is just you put on the performance of your skill, your art.
And then you making money. Like, that shit's setting up for bigger bags to come. Because if motherfuckers feel confident, like, let's say sponsors that's coming in, they want to, and they need to pick a face. Smack is going to go with somebody that he feel is comfortable enough to not only do good from a performance standpoint, but can also know how to be a consummate pro. Somebody that can go through a battle without getting emotional, without starting up a fight or falling under that same equation. You feel me? Like, people got to look at all that shit. They want a person that can promote. Like, people don't realize if Jag continue to do good, it's going to be, Jag going to develop a lot of, he might got a lot of people that's fucking with him now. But the battle rappers, a lot of the battle rappers, even the ones that's so-called cool with Jag, a lot of them niggas, we going to notice how a lot of them niggas going to start switching up their tone and getting salty. Because Jag is doing something that a lot of these niggas ain't doing, and that's promoting. Jag is promoting. Even the niggas that Jag call his homeboys, them niggas gonna start switching up. Because what my grandmother used to say, new level, new devil.
Yep.
So all these niggas that's cool, they gonna start switching up. You're gonna start noticing niggas gonna start talking bad about them. That's talking good and pushing them. It's okay when you not on their level. When you not on their level, it's okay when you beneath them. But once you start getting on their level and doing what they do better than them, you become a threat. So this is what I'm preparing Jag. You know, I'm telling Jag know all of this stuff, but just in case he don't, I'm reassuring it. Like these niggas, you have no friends in battle rap. You have no friends in any sport, especially when you playing outside of the sport. And that's one of the things that Cassidy preached that I love. Outside of the sport, in the parking lot, we could be cool, but during the battle, it's no friends.
Right.
Bruh, you always talking about your grandma. Yeah. Hey, in the building. Yeah. You know, my grandmother, she was wise. She was very wise. You know, she told me I was wise beyond my years. So, but the thing is that, you know, Jag gonna have to, like, niggas is getting, I already hear now. I can already see it now. I see Sway Sever. I see a lot of these dudes. Like, what's that dude named Battle Rap Fanatics? Like, he's annoying as hell too. But he you know, he got some good shit. But the thing is with him, is this nigga even had the segment. You seen the video he did when he was judging Math and Jag?
Yep.
And towards the end, this nigga started giving Jag advice and shit like that towards the end. I'm like, nigga, that's not your lane. That's not what you do. You just a reaction dude. You react to the battles. He started giving Jag advice. All of a sudden, you gotta watch out for these niggas too. These niggas that try to be baby double R's and shit. Niggas coming out giving battle rappers advice and what they need to do better. Like, yeah, that's not y'all lane. Y'all niggas copy off each other.
Right.
What they do is they judge the battles and they say, well, you know, you ain't doing this and this, that, and the third. A lot of these niggas don't even be giving proper analysis. They don't be giving real analysis. A lot of they shit be bias based.
Yeah, you can't be real biased. Like, because I'm pretty sure as you heard me say this the whole time, I mean, I am a Cassidy fan,
Yeah.
but I also can criticize him and tell him, you know what I mean, yeah, he lost this or he fucked up this, and you know what I mean, I'm not biased, even though I might like one more than the other one. If you lost, you lost.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Cassidy needs to go ahead and allow Jag, man, to have his time and be full supportive. Like, if I'm Jag, I'm just detaching myself from all that shit. Like, I have a homeboy like that. Like, I have a homeboy that seems to be feeling some type of way about what I'm doing. You know, and, you know, people could say they not, but you can tell. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you can tell when somebody is kind of feeling sorry, because, like, you're not doing that shit, you know, you're not doing the same shit that you was doing before. Your pattern has changed. So at first you wasn't acting like that. So now all of a sudden my life get better, then you start acting funny. You see what I'm saying? Like, when shit like that happen,
you're no longer sharing the sorrow.
Exactly.
Like,
Talk to him.
In that darkness anymore. I mean, everybody has a darkness. Everybody, I don't care where you from, what color you are, you have been through some rough time of your period of life where you had an epiphany, where you had the choice of changing it or keep the shit going.
But you know what's so funny? I wanted to pull just like I could see with Jag. You know how bad, when I watched Jag, you know how bad Jag wanted to pull. Jag want Cassidy to be there with him, to enjoy it with him.
I think Cass, well...
No, I'm just talking about Jag. Like, that's how I feel about my homeboy. Like, I want you to be here to enjoy the shit with me. But you looking at it like, nah, niggas is looking at it like...
Cassidy got a lot of people that like him too.
But listen, niggas is looking like...
It could take some of the steam away from Jag.
Nah, yeah, exactly. Niggas is looking like, my friend, Cassidy, niggas is looking like, I want to be in your position, nigga. I don't want to be with you enjoying it. Because in their mind, it's fucked up. But in their mind, you know, you still over top of me. You still outshining me. But in our mind, me and Jag mind, is like, no, I'm not outshining you. Like, I want you was there to support me in my time.
Right.
But you got to realize, it was okay. I'm about to talk some real shit now. It was okay when Jag was running behind Cassidy, when Cassidy was the big homie.
Right.
It was okay when Cassidy was that nigga. And what Jag allowed Cassidy to do. Jag, even to this day, even if Jag is in a position of power right now, Jag is still saying, that's my big homie.
Right. But Jag just gotta, accept the fact that it's your time to shine now, dog. I mean, it's your time to show. You the Busta Rhymes of the crew. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else shined in the Tribe Called Quest until Busta Rhymes came and made his breakthrough. You know what I'm saying? It's your time to shine, my nigga. I mean, just take this with a grain of salt. Don't get big-headed. Because I'm pretty sure this is what Jag always wanted. You know what I'm saying? Or part of what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So utilize that shit, my nigga.
But I'm gonna tell Jag this too. You can't move forward with Cassidy. I'm gonna just be honest. I'm being honest now. You cannot move forward with Cassidy, especially not in the mind frame. Like period. Even if he gets back into the mind frame of, okay, now I want to support. Now you're gonna have to ask yourself, we talking real. This ain't this Robert talking. Like, this ain't Double R talking. This real talk right here. You can't. That's just like dealing with what Steven Jackson was saying about the joint he was about to get married to. All the time he kept asking her to sign that prenup. She didn't want to sign it. Even to the day of, she was trying to force him to be like, okay, Dan, it's the last day. Well, I just marry her anyway. And he really was like, nah. He was like, nah, like, you gonna sign this shit or we not getting married, point blank, period. So she tried a little funny game waiting to the day of, hoping that he would just sign it anyway. I mean, hoping that she would, he would forget about it anyway, so she didn't have to sign it. So the thing is that then she turned around and was like, no, okay, I sign it at the last date. And he said he learned how to never operate in those type of circumstances. Like when a motherfucker all of a sudden changed their mind after this whole time I've been asking you and adamant and you've been like, I'm gonna do it, and then now all of a sudden you want to do it. Nah, I can't deal with you. You see what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at with Jag and Cassidy. Like, this whole time Cassidy has been showing jealousy towards Jag when Jag has been showing Cassidy nothing but love. Even in the times when Cassidy was in a power position and Jag wasn't. So now all of a sudden Cassidy come back and be like, nah, bro, I'm here. I'm going to support you. But what black people do the most time, we start being like, okay, that I'm still going to fuck with him. Nah, don't do that. You see me? Like, it's going to be a time when y'all niggas can revisit that shit if y'all decide to. But now, Jag, you got to embrace, and what you say, bro, stay focused. You have to stay focused. That means getting people, even people that you thought fuck with you like that or fuck with you. Cassidy has clearly shown that he really is about himself. Not saying he don't fuck with you. I'm just saying he fuck with himself a little bit more. Pause.
Exactly. I know shit.
You know what I'm saying? So Jag gonna have to, even at this point in time while he in battle rap, Cassidy has already showed that indication. Jag might have to cut him off, at least for right now. Because that might be the thing. And nobody has real information on Jag for real. So niggas, as long as he stay attached to Cassidy, niggas is gonna keep using it as a way to try to break Jag down.
Right. If he continue to move the way he moving.
Yeah, because you could tell Jag, I could tell Jag is still low key hurt about Cassidy not being in his corner like that.
I think it's for the better of him though.
Yeah, because if you,
I'm thinking along those lines because I can see how it could be a little disastrous for him if Cassidy was there with him.
Mm-hmm.
Because can you imagine the crowd presence?
Yeah. I wish Jack Cassidy he had brought Cassidy in the man's battle.
Yeah.
If Cassidy would have just came out or just in the Arsenal battle, that'd have been dope if he'd had him in the Arsenal battle. Because now Cassidy can kind of like throw out some bars that he didn't have in the Arsenal battle. And then Jag would be like, that'd be a good ass moment for them to be together.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, we never really seen Jag and Cassidy, like, we seen them in interviews and shit like that, and then rap freestyles on the radio, but we never really seen them on stage together and like working together on the stage.
Right.
Like, that should be epic.
That's facts on that one.
That'd be epic. But it's just Cassidy. We already know what it is. It's Cassidy ego. It's his pride and it's his ego. And Jag can't have that type. He can't afford to have that type of energy around him. Jag, I know Cassidy is the energy, but he can't have that type of energy. You feel me? Boss. Can't have that type of energy around you. You know, that oh nah, I don't want to be with you and enjoy your success. I want to be you.
his own success. I mean, he got to realize that he actually is doing good. You know what I'm saying? If he think he ain't doing good, he kidding himself.
If Jag don't think he doing good, go look in the comment section.
Exactly.
This nigga's going crazy for Jag, man. And bitches going crazy for Jag. And that's what Cassidy want. Jag got to realize, this is like you in the, I think he was about to allude to this. You on a label and you there with another nigga that do what you do. That shit not going to work out.
Exactly.
Because y'all competing. That's what's going on with Jag. You can't have two niggas trying to do the same thing. I don't care if they friends, especially if they friends. Because it's easier to not give a fuck.
If y'all two the best, let's just put this theory here too. Like if y'all two friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all end up beating everybody there. Let's just say theoretically, both y'all tear everybody's asses apart. You know what I'm saying? The last battle will be y'all two together.
Mm-hmm.
Against each other. So, you know what I'm saying? It's going to create a divide or it's going to make y'all stronger one way or the other.
Now I watched something carefully, right? And it might have not been anything. You feel me? But somebody had asked Jag who would he want to be in a 2-on-2 with. Now you would immediately think he would say Cassidy.
You would.
Jag said Daylight. He said him and Daylight, which was very interesting. But he said him and Daylight would destroy everybody. He said Daylight.
But then he have to face Daylight.
Huh?
But then at the end he have to face Daylight.
How?
Because everybody gonna want to see that type of battle together.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. If there people be thinking like if they can do that shit.
I mean, somebody gotta be the number one.
See, look. People be thinking like, damn, if them niggas can do good on a team, I wonder how they do against each other.
Right.
Yeah. Because let's be honest, as far as rapping, even more so, like surprisingly, you know, like Jag and Daylight, as far as rapping, just straight up rapping, is just like 1A and 1B.
Right.
In battle rap. Like you could throw Loaded Lux and Verb in them in there, but as far as rapping, Loaded Lux and Verb ain't fucking with Daylight and Jag. As far as just straight rapping, pure rapping.
Yeah, them boys correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, now in battle rap, that's when we talking a whole nother different tone. And that's why I had Verb beating Mook. I just felt like rapping wise, Mook out rap Verb. But as far as battle rap, all of the other things, Verb took it.
Right.
That's what I felt in that one. That's why it's probably a debatable. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, that is the difference. Like rapping is different than actually battle rapping. Jag, my new favorite besides Tay-Rock. See what I tell you? Jag got fans, boy.
Man,
Cassidy don't like that shit.
Man.
Cassidy don't like it.
Jag got this in the bag. I got full support. He got my support.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been listening to them boys since they was starting rapping.
I be talking to Jag all the time. I tell Jag, man, it's your time, bro. I told him when Cassidy lost to Arsenal, man, Jag was on the phone the whole lockdown event. On the phone, with majority of it. And I told Jag, I said, it's your time, bro. It's your time now.
Word.
It's your time now. Because we already knew, not going against Cassidy, but we already knew Cassidy talked all that shit and he made the people that appreciated real. I thought Cassidy was going to be the real savior of the real rap shit.
Yeah, when he came back, yeah.
The niggas that appreciate real bars and shit like that, a lot of niggas going to lie. But I thought Cassidy was going to be that nigga.
Because Cassidy always say in his raps, nobody care if you could
perform.
What's his favorite line? Nobody care if you could act hard. We here for the bars.
Mm-hmm.
So, nigga, why you ain't giving us what you say you want?
And even more than that, now Jag is here. Jag is giving us what you claim you love. Why you ain't supporting that? Because it wasn't about that. It wasn't ever about that. It was about Cassidy. And that's what I'm trying to get niggas to understand in this video.
And this is not no hating on Cass.
This is the truth. Hating is not hating if it's facts. I tell people that all the time. Hating is what 3 Letterman and them do. What 3 Letterman, Ben Swayze, and all them niggas do, they hate. That's hate. When them niggas, you got all this negative shit to say about a nigga, but you ain't got nothing positive. That's hate.
Right.
What we doing is we critiquing something that Cassidy and his yes men seem to not get at this point. That's why they feel some type of way, because this is what they don't want. They don't want them off. If Cassidy had me and my brother, what's your name again?
Jonathan.
Huh?
Jonathan.
Jonathan. If me and Jonathan was on Cassidy team, we probably wouldn't be on Cassidy team. We probably get kicked off because we not there.
Fired us.
Yeah, we not there kissing his ass. You feel me?
Like, y'all niggas ain't on the same level. Man, get out of here.
If he had niggas like us, Cassidy would be a whole different person. But Cassidy want people around him. That's how you could tell all of the niggas that's dealing with Cassidy right now and was dealing with him is all yes men.
Yeah, I think he would if he had people that wasn't yes men, that was solid individuals, he would be a lot more richer now.
And that's why I don't understand a lot of these dudes. Not you, because I don't understand, but that's why I don't understand a lot of these dudes saying, well, if you heard Cassidy rounds and this, that, and the third, but I'm like, this is clearly a person that wants yes men around him. So he don't want nobody. So let's say Jag would have been like, oh, Cassidy, you need to switch this up. You think Cassidy mad at Jag now? He definitely wouldn't want to deal with Jag then. If Jag would have started trying to critique his rounds and shit, because guess what? Cassidy looking at Jag just like he looking at everybody else. I don't care if they friends or not. He looking at him like, nigga, I'm your big homie.
Exactly.
You don't tell your big homie what how to do shit. And you know what? That's what so many these old heads do now. These old heads don't give us young niggas a chance to help them because they think we beneath them. They feel like, oh, y'all beneath us. Y'all can't tell us shit. And that's why so many of these motherfuckers out here walking around looking stupid, drinking all day.
You know what the saying is, you learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who's to say that information could come from someone younger than you?
Exactly. Or someone that was once,
in your position.
Someone that was once beneath you or under you.
Exactly. Because you don't see what other people see.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you know what? I remember listening to a Meek Mill's interview, and he was talking about how Cassidy, he didn't like Cassidy beat, his beat formats. Like he didn't like how, his beat selection. He didn't like Cassidy beat selection. And they was going to do music together, but he didn't like the beats that Cassidy was picking. He thought they was trash. And he said Cassidy, kind of like distanced himself from him because, and I already knew. I said Cassidy distanced himself because he didn't like how Arsenal was trying to, Meek. He didn't like how Meek was trying to tell him what to do. Cassidy does not like people telling him what to do. He don't like it at all. At all. So all these niggas coming out, well, you heard the bars. Just you try to tell Cassidy what to do and see if he don't hang up on you.
Oh yeah, with the swiftness.
Cause he not trying to listen to you. Cause he like, nigga, you grew up on me. Cassidy got to get out of that mentality. You grew up on me. He thinking like you grew up on me. You grew up listening to me. And I don't know why niggas ain't listening. Cause Cassidy said it in the face off of Goods.
He said it all the time.
Cassidy said what he said. He lost to his son in 2K. He said I was fucked up. He said I don't like to lose. Cassidy said I don't like to lose. He said it in the face off.
Exactly.
But see, that's what niggas do. They make the mistake of they don't take shit at face value, but they take the wrong shit at face value.
Right.
But the right.
You hating on me. You trying to stop my money's flow.
Or Cassidy didn't really mean that. He didn't really mean that. He was just saying, the shit that they should take at face value.
Cassidy mean that, but that's how a lot of these rappers act.
Mm-hmm.
And me as a fan, seeing it, and I'm gonna tell you, this is how this will. I'm pretty sure a lot of fans that watch their favorite rapper, actor, whoever they are, do some crappy stuff, and they looking like, what the hell is wrong with these?
Exactly.
Like somebody to get in their ear and tell them something because this does not look good.
Mm-hmm. King Tally. He said there's a lot of yes men on Cassidy Instagram. Yeah, there's a lot of yes men on Cassidy Instagram. As soon as Cassidy posts up something, they liking it. They doing this and that and the third. But I told people, you remember when Cassidy asked Arsenal, he told Arsenal he'd give Arsenal $100 if Arsenal could name one hit record he got? on his own. I say this about Cassidy. I give anybody $100 if they can if they can find something that Cassidy put on his Instagram that wasn't talking about him.
Ooh. That's gonna be tough.
We talking about a grade A narcissist, people. This is what we talking about. Like, I know a lot of niggas ain't gonna like that, but that's the truth. We talking about a narcissist.
And if you don't know nothing about Cash, you're not really a fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know all the stuff about the man because that's was your favorite person to listen to, so you're gonna know everything about the person. You're gonna meet them.
He said Cassidy got on his Instagram page, got a lot of yes men. A lot of them thought this freestyle was fire. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their opinion. That's their opinion, but you feel me? That's the equivalent. Them thinking this freestyle was fire was the equivalent of them of the battle rappers thinking K-Shine and them said some fire shit. That's the equivalent of that. You feel me? Like, them niggas be, and then when you ask them the question, they can't tell you. They'll get mad. You know what's so funny about niggas these days? When you ask them, what did he say that was so fire, they can't tell you. But they'll still get mad at you. They'll still get mad at you.
They can't name a bar.
They were like, you hating, nigga, you hating. I'm like, okay, I'm hating. Tell me what he said then. Tell me what he said. You hating. Okay. If you can't tell me what he said, then obviously I'm not hating. Okay, maybe it was the way he said it. Okay, that proves my point even more.
You become a hater when you don't really actually know what you're talking about.
Now, you become a hater when you're not being a fanboy as well.
That too.
I bet you if I was to go back and say all this shit about Cassidy that ain't true, I watch how many of them niggas start subscribing back to my junk.
Oh, man, you start talking trash about
I start talking that same shit I was talking when niggas started fucking with me.
Man, when you said that he had lost the battle.
Yeah, when he was invincible. Like, niggas couldn't fuck. Because, see, when I was talking that shit, Cassidy hadn't lost a battle. At least a battle.
I don't think he lost. I think the last one was a tie. I would classify it as a tie because the crowd messed that whole battle up.
Nah, Cassidy messed that whole battle up.
I mean,
you go back.
He got away with it. That's all I'm gonna say is he got away.
Cassidy was in the most comfortable situation any battle rapper has ever been in. And Arsenal was in the most uncomfortable situation. They booed Arsenal before he even hit the stage. Arsenal didn't even say a word, and they was booing him. Remember Tay-Rock? They booed Tay-Rock when he mentioned Cassidy's name.
Yeah, booed him right, man. That's why I said that crowd was crazy.
And I told people, had Cassidy been anywhere else but Philly in that battle, you thought they booed him in Philly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That, like, his material was horrible. It was outdated. The shit didn't have no subject matter. Like, why you didn't direct like you did in the Face Off? Why you didn't direct your material towards Arsenal? Why are you talking about Cardi B veneers and pissing and coming and playing with the D like a linebacker? Like, why are you talking all this shit?
Yeah.
And then he started talking about Then he started talking about in an interview when he was talking about niggas don't understand on the uncensored hip hop, uncensored podcast. He's talking about niggas don't understand about the syllables and all this other shit. That's the type of shit Cassidy say when he know he fucked up. When he know his shit was garbage. That's when he started talking about the syllables and all that old shit. When he was talking about ball and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, why you keep talking about shit like that, suspect shit? He talking about ball and syllables out of balls, and he said, then I add big balls. And I'm like, come on, Cassidy. Here we go again.
The man came at Cass weight. He said he called the man a custody. I was like, what? I mean, you know I ain't making this up, Rob. This is in the battle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the man called him a custody. You know what I'm saying? And then he shook him.
Yeah.
Like, wake up, nigga, wake up, you in the battle.
He said, if you lose, I'm going to defeat you first. Laughing like shit. Yeah, and them damn defeat bars, too.
Yeah. Man.
If you try to be the head, you'll be defeated.
Man.
Like niggas be coming up with all that stupid shit.
But the thing is too, Cass gotta also accept the fact that you've been the so-called, and the reason why I say so-called because I know a lot of people ain't gonna agree with me when I say this. You was the king of the battle rap. You should know that everybody there is coming for your title. Everybody's coming for it.
And the funny part about it is, remember Cassidy had the little album or the song where he was going against himself?
Right.
That's what he's doing now. Cassidy is battling himself because it's nothing. Now, that's what I agree from the standpoint of, you know, I'm above all you niggas. Like Cassidy from a iconic perspective, Cassidy is bigger than Lux, bigger than all them niggas. But, and it shows in the people that he's able to bring in, how many people is tuning in, and how much money he's generating. So, from a global standpoint, Cassidy is bigger, the biggest thing in rapping. I always wonder, let's go back to that Eminem shit. I always wonder how Cassidy would deal with that. Because you know, if Eminem was to come into battle rap, you know Cassidy would no longer be the biggest thing in battle rap, right?
He would be forgotten so fast. Right now, he would be forgotten so fast it would be stupid. But in his prime, I don't think he would have been forgotten. He would have given Eminem a run for his money.
But how big Cassidy, right?
Matter of fact, this is another one too. Before the accident, before the head trauma, he would have tore everybody the fuck up.
That's what we was talking about too. We was talking about, man, did that accident. Like Cassidy showed glimpses and shit. Because that Cosmic Kid freestyle was after the accident. A lot of that shit he was doing.
Right, now I'm glad you noticed that. You noticed that.
But Cassidy hasn't been quite the same as we knew him. Like, everything he said was just fire. Everything he did was just fire. You know what I'm saying?
And we never really critiqued it. Nobody never really said anything about it. They just kind of let him rock out.
That's what I'm looking at, Shadow. Shadow said Eminem raps too fast for Cassidy. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Anybody, that's just like, that's the equivalent of a great, you know how the saying go, a great big man will be a great little man any day.
Also, you got to be realistic with it too, because for the people who actually saw Eminem in a real battle, Eminem.
I mean, before Cassidy got on Battle Disaster, where you see him in a real battle? Because that freeway battle, that wasn't a real battle.
Yeah, that was supposed to have been something like an undercover joint. That was supposed to be between Rockefeller and Puffy and them. That was some.
I mean, let's be honest though. You talking about in the past Cassidy, or you talking about now Cassidy?
Now,
because it ain't gonna take Eminem that much to. Eminem could beat now Cassidy with the rough draft.
Right. I'm not. Yeah, we already know this Cassidy right now. He needs a lot of work.
This Cassidy right now can't beat Jada Nightwing.
Nah. The Cassidy before the accident did a lot of damage.
Shit, this Cassidy right now probably wouldn't be able to beat Misfit or Official.
I don't know. Like I don't know how, because I don't know how his head trauma did him or whatnot. But it seemed like it's easier to get the man unfocused now. Mm-hmm. Because like I said, if you like people that are really watching it and that has been in and remember those battles that he has been in.
Yep.
Will notice that it's easier to get the man off track and unfocused in a battle now than it was ever before.
Yep. You know what's so funny? That at one time niggas wouldn't even utter these words. Niggas wouldn't even say nothing about Cassidy.
Because everybody
it was understood.
Don't want to tell no real shit. You know what I'm saying? When you tell the real shit.
No, I'm saying at one time niggas wouldn't even challenge whether or not Cassidy was that nigga.
Yeah, because Cass had it in the bag.
It was understood. Now you got niggas that came. This how Cassidy feel, but it's his fault. You feel me? Like Cassidy feel like a lot of you niggas came up on me. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of y'all niggas took my style. A lot of y'all niggas, got y'all style off me. You see what I'm saying? So that's how he looking at it. Like a lot of y'all niggas was brought up on me. So, but Cassidy gotta understand, a lot of niggas.
You know who I think need to battle Cassidy though? Honestly, at this level.
Who?
And I think that he might snap back into old Cass, or maybe a better Cass. He need to battle somebody like J Hood.
I think Cassidy a 40 cal. I think Cassidy would kill a 40 cal.
Yeah. He'll do some damage to him.
I think he'd kill 40. I think 40 cal is the worst. Like, niggas think Cassidy, I think 40 cal is the worst. I can't see what niggas trying to put him and Jag against each other. Like, Jag will destroy. Like, you heard Calico. Calico said, man, Jag will destroy. He rap too fast for 40 cal.
True.
Jag, man, you seen how Jag was talking to that nigga in the interview? Jag said, man, put the Addy out there. And see, that's another thing from Jag, with Jag, too. Jag is aggressive. Jag is doing exactly what the fuck he said he was going to do. Jag said he want to take out all the bullies. Jag want to get all the bully niggas.
Yeah.
Jag want to be the new bully. That's what his main goal was.
He gonna have to go through people like Charlie Clips.
He already took out one of the bullies.
Yeah.
He gonna have to go through. He gonna have to go ahead and take Suge out. He gonna have to take Arsenal. He gonna have to take Arsenal out.
Yeah. What's the other big boy? Forgot his name. I can't remember everybody's name.
Who you talking about, Av?
Heavyset boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about with Cave Gang, right?
Yeah.
You talking about Av?
Gotta go through niggas like him.
Yeah. Av is really not a true puncher neither. I wanted to say this too. Av is a sports reference guy. He's a movie reference, sports reference. He's not really a natural puncher. So when people get to talk,
How you come with this shit too? I mean, he gonna have to face Kaboom.
niggas talking about Kaboom. Kaboom ain't made his debut yet, did he?
I don't know. I'm waiting for Kaboom to do something.
I fuck with Kaboom, man. The first nigga that battled Kaboom, shit, that might be end up in another Jag situation. I remember that nigga was battling somebody. Kaboom said, man, rip that shit from the jeans. Abercrombie and Fitch. I was like, oh my goodness.
They let Breadsticks loose, man. It's gonna be a wrap.
That nigga said, man, rip that shit from the jeans. Abercrombie and Fitch. I said, oh my goodness. I said, how many niggas then went to the motherfucking Abercrombie and Fitch and ripped that sensor off the jeans?
Man.
I said, this nigga nasty. I like Kaboom's style, too. He be bouncing up and down. He was the first nigga bouncing, though, too.
Yeah, with the A.
Hey.
Shout out Breadsticks.
Hey, it was fucked up how New Jersey did Cicero, though. Oh, my God. He fucked Cicero over, boy.
Oh, man. He killed that.
You talking about going into another nigga... Oh, that was on Battle Rap Academy. You know, you talking about going into another nigga home, making yourself feel at home. He kicked his feet up in Cicero home. Had niggas going crazy in Philly.
He did Cicero filthy, though.
He did that nigga dirty.
But like we were saying, they do it to themselves, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Cicero knew. All right, this is where a lot of people got the debate wrong too. Because if you remember when he battled Cicero said no fake personals, right?
Yeah.
Quotations, no fake personals. So by Kaboom talking the real shit to you and mixing it in with the battle rap, he did what you wanted, and you still cried through the battle.
Mm-hmm. He
So
still...
that makes Cicero look like a soft.
He beat that nigga with the shit he requested.
This is what we need to see from Jag.
But you know what? So you know what I was about to say. That I was about to go there. You know what make these niggas biased though in battle rap? This battle rap media. You know what make these niggas so biased? Because they so critical about Jag's third round. But isn't that personal? It don't get no personal than getting a nigga in his personal feelings.
Right.
He had Mav mad since fucking still got him mad since Saturday. It don't get no personal than that.
I mean, you destroyed the man. That's what I'm saying. That's a battle rapper.
Like people keep talking about. People keep talking about, oh, it wasn't. You know, it don't. Angle and a personal don't have to be pretty. It don't have to be pretty. Now a punch has to be on par. A bar had to be top notch, and the punch have to be top notch.
Right.
You feel me? But an angle and a personal, that shit don't have to be pretty. It's more about how it affects the person than how it affects the viewers, the listeners.
Right.
And it affected Mav better than anything ever affected, any battle rapper. Like, he literally got Mav walking off and had to tell his people, the people had to tell him to come back on, and then Mav still going on every blog and every interview trying to justify the shit.
Just like Cicero, like I said earlier, just like Cicero. Remember, Cicero's like, oh, he went against the deal. No, he did not go against the deal because you even said it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said it in the. Now, how slow can you be? Now this is not saying that the man is slow, but you said it like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
You said it after the battle too. So you further justified Kaboom murdering your ass on that battle academy.
Mm-hmm.
But you mad.
See, if Mav would have just stood back and just folded his arms and shit like he normally do and just let Jag rap, Jag probably would have looked stupid. If he'd have just stood there and just watched him like, yeah, go ahead and rap that bullshit, Jag would have been looking stupid. That's another way you could have reversed that shit. But the fact, and that's why I believe people when people say Mav made that situation worse than it should have been. That's because low key, Mav probably really did do that shit, allegedly. He probably really did do that shit low key. Because shouldn't nothing that didn't happen get you in your feelings? I don't give a fuck about, well, I just didn't want to have that attached to my name and this, that, and it wouldn't have been attached to your name.
I call bullshit on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because personals are personals. No matter if they're funny, disrespectful, whatever it is, it's a personal. That means more than likely it's either the truth because of the person that they research or public knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is another thing too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people gotta understand the level of personals because there are personals that people don't know, and then there's public knowledge.
Yeah.
If a person can kill you with public knowledge, how mad can you be?
Jag killed him with public knowledge.
You know what I'm saying? Now, when you go and digging into the graveyard, into the boneyard of people's shit, now you hitting home. Now you're getting under their skin. Now they don't have nothing to come back. All that steam they had for you, they gotta come back and rebuttal that around because you done hit them with something that they gotta hold up. Wait a minute, how does motherfucker know that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
John Brown said Jag surprised me. I didn't know Jag was going to cook Mav like that. That's how most people feel.
Yeah, but like I said, you gotta go back and listen to them old CDs, them old songs with Chubby Jag.
Fire. Go on that piff. Go on that piff.
All of them songs, man. Jag always bring the fire, man.
Go on that piff. Look at it, Jekyll and Hyde. All that shit. Jag been spazzing.
And then Jag got what you call them, mixtapes.
Yeah, he got the Art of the Freestyle 1, Art of the Freestyle 2. He got Bret Hart Experience. I'm a real Jag fan. He got Hell Week 1, Hell Week 2.
That stuff off. For the people that don't know about Jag,
Scatter Thoughts.
Check out his music. The man been hot.
Jag been nasty. He got all the Scatter Thoughts. Go look at the Scatter Thoughts. That nigga been nasty, boy. He got songs with Fred the Godson, rest in peace. Jag been fired. Go look at all Jag freestyles and shit.
You know what? I'm gonna say this too, because I've been thought Jag was gonna come out because he was like when Cass was doing the Cosmic Cam joints with Jag. I thought Jag was gonna come out then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so to me, this is like a kind of anticipation, like, okay, maybe he took the long hiatus, maybe he had to work on his craft, you know what I'm saying? But Shit, back then he still ain't need to do too much work because he was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Cass. It seemed like Cass was holding the man back.
Yeah. And you know what's so funny? If Cassidy don't realize how much of an impact he had on Jag. Because the thing is, Jag sound exactly almost similar to what Cassidy sound promotion-wise.
Yeah.
Like you could feel, and you could see Cassidy when Jag be talking. You know, like Jag was always the aggressive type of dude. Jag is like, Cassidy always posed. But listen, Cassidy always posed as the thorough street nigga. But I felt like Cassidy kept trying to be too many people at one time. Like Cassidy always posed as the real thorough, but Jag was really the thorough street nigga. Jag was the hitter. Jag was the dirty hitter nigga. Like you knew that this nigga was about that shit.
Exactly. Look at the song choices.
Mm-hmm.
They show you what they was like. How you saw that video with him when they remade the choices.
I heard all Jag songs. What that nigga said, open up like a flip phone. That nigga Jag was going on.
Man, they better stop sleeping on Jag.
Man, I knew Mav was gonna do that shit because I could tell by the way he was talking, the way he was acting. I knew Mav was gonna underestimate him. Cause he was talking like, I'm like, the way Mav was talking wasn't matching up to how I knew Jag was. So he was talking like, yeah, this nigga, yeah, I'ma just watch. He thought he was just another 40 cal Cassidy type nigga. And I'm like, no. Jag is Calico and Ill Will combined. You know, I told Jag this on the phone. I said, you remind me of Ill Will. Jag was like, for real? Coming because of the way he talked. You know how Ill Will got that loud, aggressive style?
Word.
But the thing is, Jag can rap better than both of them. So that's the thing. Jag gonna be scary, man. Jag gonna be scary. Like when I was watching Daylight battle Tay-Rock, I said if they like Daylight rapping like this, I said, oh, they gonna love Jag. They gonna love Jag. Go ahead.
Kind of, giving a little thought into it. If I was to say it correctly, he kind of sound like the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one of, because remember, now this is for the Cass fans. Do you believe that he gave Cicero that style, or that Cicero took the style from Cass?
I think Cicero took it.
You think he took it?
Yeah.
I don't know, because they did songs together.
Oh, you think Cassidy wrote for him?
I think Cass might have helped him out, and he ran with that style. Because there's no way to deny the fact that Cicero sounded exactly like Cass when Cass first came out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still trying to keep that up. If it wasn't for the choking in the battles, I would say he's doing a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you took the man's style and you still got it, and it's still working for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dang, how do you make a career off another nigga's style?
You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? And for real, and not hating on anybody, it kind of fit with him.
Yeah, dude.
I can't see him spin another style.
So, do you think Cicero do Cassidy style better than Cassidy do it right now? Hey, that'd be a battle though. Who you think will win between Cicero and Cassidy right now?
Ooh, wait.
Right now.
Wait. Right now?
Yeah.